I'm just going to grab a beer. I will be really quick, I promise.
All right, welcome to Threats from Mirkwood, the company of the whiskey drinking bear. I am your lore master, Garrett, as always. You can call me Barefoot Tour Guide. And we have, as you see our screen for broadcasting here as I test to make sure we're still on the internet.
Okay.
There, with me is our loyal group of adventurers. First of all, we'll start with George. George, introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. This is George, and I play Thror, a dwarf of Erebor, and he is ready for battle tonight. So hopefully we can break down the walls of Gorlanc.
All right. Knocking on the doors of Gorlanc. If we did episode titles, that's what this would be. And Mary plays Lorith.
Yeah, I'm Lorith the Ranger, and I am somewhat down on my endurance, but you know what? I'm ready to kick some bum.
Cool. And we'll see if Mike gets back.
Mike is back.
Mike is back. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I am Mike, and I play Ella Brimborn, I was going to say something else, the elf of Mirkwood. I was going to say another character, but I almost was going to say that because I was like, yeah. But you probably heard about the gossip about Ella Brimborn in Hobbiton. There was a song that came out recently. It was like the naughty wood elf of Hobbiton hit the town like one of Gandalf's fireball. The alley gossip hasn't been this good since Rosie went out with Paul. Our town was peaceful and quiet till Ella Brimborn came on the scene. Now Ella Brimborn's causing a riot, disturbing the hobbits' routines. That's it.
Cool. Yay. Excellent. As you got to interact last session with some hobbits and things. So who would like to recount last session's devastating adventures? Oh, before we get there, I don't remember if last month I shared the really sad One Ring news. That the second edition that was promised is not going to be delivered on. And in fact, the One Ring line is being discontinued because of licensing problems with sophisticated games.
Yeah, that's sad.
So they had like 5 books on the editor's shelf to be edited and finished for us and ready to go, with including Mordor and Gondor and Moria. And those are never to be. And if you can get a copy of the books anymore, now you better, because there will be no more printings of these. That is going away.
Let's hope
Sad.
It's the once and future line.
There was a lot of people who held off buying the books that I was reading today on the forums because they were waiting for the second edition book to come out.
Sure.
And so they weren't doing any more printings of the first edition book, and inventory got low, and so now there's an effort of people on the forums trying to get books to the new lore masters who were holding off for second edition to try to see if Cubicle 7 or anybody could help get books in their hands.
Well,
So if you are in a position to do that, you own a game shop or something, please reach out to the community through the different Facebook One Ring groups. There are a lot of lore masters that want to get into this game and are looking for a book, and it is now going to be hard, just like when the Star Wars Saga RPG line ended, to get your hands on one of these. Okay. Bad news aside, the game's still going to continue. We got 25 years of play to go in here, plus a whole lot of adventures and other things, and my brain doesn't stop generating new ideas. So we are good to go. Who wants to recount last month's devastating adventure?
Thror.
Oh, all right. I will assume the duties. So, as I recall, we started atop the battlements of the fort, and were engaged with trolls and goblins and hobbits, and Thror was rocked by a troll and almost taken out, but was saved by his companions, who managed to slay the troll, and we continued the battle with the trolls and the goblins until they were fallen, and the hobbits were freed from their enslavement, and we helped them to flee the battlements. And as they did, the battle below was raging fiercely, and the elven troops were able to take down a fairly good number of Gorlanc's troops before Gorlanc's troops countered and took a hard hit back at everyone. And then we were asked by Elrith, one of the elves, lords of the elves, to take the battle to the tower and clear a path to the gates so that the elves could make their way into the fortress. Whereupon we were beset by a large number of warriors of Rudar and wolves, and they beat the hell out of us, as I recall. Celebrimborn was able to make his way into a hut and find a person who was impersonating Burles, and freed her, but he figured out that she was not Burles, but someone else. And so we fought until both Thror and Lorith fell to the ground unconscious, whereupon the elves finally entered the battle and helped to bring down the rest of the Rudar and flying orcs, and Celebrimborn was able to bear Thror back to the elven tents for healing, whereupon he was able to enlist some guards to try and capture this fake Burles, or doppelganger, who ended up turning into some type of flaming demon and shooting her way out of the tent. And although Celebrimborn was able to wound her, I don't think he brought her down.
No, she was just still had some life in her. She flew away like a coward. And Celebrimborn tried to go back and join the fray to get I think he was trying to go back and get Lorith, but it seemed like one of the noble elves was saving her, so he joined the battle again, but he ended up dying. So it was a total party kill.
I believe Gorlanc's powers came to fruition, and he tore open the earth and brought forth flames and fury to bring down Celebrimborn. But we were able to rescue Lorith and make our way back out to regroup and reinforce ourselves as the battle continued to wage on, with no one really gaining ground. But our hopes are pretty hard right now. It sounds like we're trying to reinforce ourselves and re-engage in battle.
Didn't we get Celebrimborn back too?
Celebrimborn got back too. Technically, by the rules I looked up afterwards,
Right.
Celebrimborn should have succumbed to death, but they brought him back. I didn't catch that.
Right.
Okay, so during the night, we're still using the mass battle rules.
Do we have battle rolls left?
You do not have battle rules. You are
I mean, battle bennies.
battle bennies. You have bennies for equal to your party number, as it's a new session.
I have that the orcs' endurance is 22 and the elves are 27, if that means anything.
2, 3, 4.
I'm down 9 points still.
You're down 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Nope.
we also had the Ellerth and Vampirus,
Yep.
who I don't know how much their health is back to now.
Yeah, they're kind of out of the story now that you guys are back.
Okay.
Now we're going to roll for what happened overnight. George, if you would roll feat die and 5 let's see,
Alright.
4 dice. 4 6-sided dice.
All right. Not too bad. 8, 12, 25 with 2 Tengu.
Okay, and they will roll their parry against that. They have a parry of 6. Nine, 10, 13, 14, 18, 22. What did you say?
I got a 25 with 2 Tengu.
So they failed. So you get a 22 with 2 Tengu. That is your attribute area times 2. So that is 21 points. That is going to drop off of their endurance from 30 to 9. Massive strike against the forces of Gorlanc. Now they are going to make their attack against you. They roll their combat skill, which has been dropped to 2 because of the deeds you have performed.
Hey, if there was time lag in between, was there time for more healing?
This is during the night in which all that's happening. They roll a Gandalf, which sucks for them. That's a 6. George, you roll your your parry skill of 8.
Gandalf for them, isn't that an automatic?
That's an
fail?
automatic failure, but it
8.
still is a number. It's still an opposed number.
Mm-hmm.
So roll 8d6 and a feat die?
8d6 and a d12.
Oh, all right. I'll give this a go.
And all you have to do is beat a 6 to avoid taking damage.
I did not roll an Eye of Sauron. I rolled a 4. So that's 10, 21, 22, 25, and 10, 34.
You suffered
Wow.
absolutely no losses during the night and have crushed the resistance of Gorlanc's army.
Our hope is restored.
The elf princes come to you in the morning, in which case you get a d6 worth of healing back to you for the care overnight. Each one of you gets a d6 worth of healing points.
Beautiful.
So I'm at 0, right? Is where I'm at.
No,
You were
you
knocked
rolled.
unconscious during the night, yes.
No, you rolled 3d6 to heal from the elves.
Oh, and plus you get your heart back.
Oh,
Plus your
really?
heart.
No, Mike does for fighting at night.
Okay. Well, I got 4 points.
Nice.
Left, so that's good. So I'm only down to 5 now.
And 4 more for me, so.
Yep. You are approached by the elf princes, and they say, "We need you to want you to go into Gorlanc's throne room and bring him down."
Why us?
You are the shock troops. You are the front ones. And quite honestly, it was Gandalf who asked.
We really
Absolutely.
get on the bad side.
We make one faux pas. One
Right.
little faux pas.
Well, maybe 2 or 3.
Okay, well, yeah, but that's over time. One at
I
a
think-
time.
Don't you think we let Thror out of this because he has a wife and children? Out of this responsibility.
No, I don't think.
And let Lorith and I go forward.
He could not live with himself if he let his comrades down. The fellowship must continue.
Okay.
So, as you say
It
so,
would be
declare
unbearable.
your fellowship links.
I will take Elebrimborn this time.
Well, I hope that Dane still has an uncle, Elebrimborn, when he's done with killing Gorlanc.
I have lineage now, so I am secure in that. If I am to die in battle, at least I have a son to carry on the tradition.
All right, I'll take Lorith as my
And I'll take the.
fellowship focus.
You take Thror. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There you are in front of the tower.
Battle
Looming
rolls.
dark against there. Make battle rolls. Sure, I'll let you make battle rolls.
Yeah, you will.
I got a Gandalf and a Tengu on my battle roll.
That's
Yeah,
good
buddy.
for 2.
It's the lowest roll I think I've made. I failed miserably with a 6.
I'm gonna need my glasses.
No Tengus.
Okay.
Better get it out now.
So this and 3, right?
Yep.
Well, because I have 3 and a half.
That's Gandalf.
Ooh, better than the other hand. We'll avoid that.
Tengu. 1. 5.
You get 2. So you have 4 battle dice going into this battle,
Plus some party.
plus your party group.
Which is how much?
There's 3 of you and 1 for the ranger, extra for the ranger, so you have 4.
Cool.
All right. What's your plan?
Yeah, what is the plan?
So we are near the fortress walls, and we are going to move towards the central tower again.
Yep. Just like in the on the map.
Do we have access to horses or no?
You can have horses.
All right. Then I would say let's storm the tower with our horses. And
Where's the throne room?
I think we should contact the city planners to see what kind of architectural drawings have been submitted by the forces of the shadow, so we can determine the best route straight to the throne room.
Gandalf isn't close by, is he? We speak his...
Sure, Gandalf's there.
Well, then let's speak with Gandalf
A
to
little
see
palaver?
if he has knowledge of the tower and how best to proceed.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we do not know what is in the tower. Our spying has been on getting to the tower. You are going to be the first ones not invited by Gorlanc into this tower.
Would you be able to summon the eagles to drop us off at the top of the tower?
I could do that. And he summons the requests of the eagles. They are not happy to be requested, but they come to you, and you are brought to the top of the tower.
Sweet.
Very good. I hand them some apples. And thank them for their
I only do this because we are friends, and you have hated us before. We are now even, the Lord of the Eagles says to you.
Wait. Before we do
Whoa,
all
whoa.
that, when he says, can you summon the eagles, before Gandalf does it, what if we took some of those clothes of the men of Rudar and... I mean, it's not going to be much of a ruse, but maybe we could get...
I like it. No, it's... Yeah. We
could still go to the top of the tower and go down, because then we're in closer. And I figure that any tiny little bit, we'll keep you behind us, because you're the least looking like a men of Rudar, because as I recall, they were pretty goddamn ugly. And, or maybe that was just how they looked to me when they were trying
I can wear stilts.
Huh?
I'll wear stilts. It's okay.
Well,
So you were talking about Celebrimbor going towards the back because he's so beautiful with his hair.
Yes.
In the ugly part. Yeah.
That's exactly
great.
what
All
I
right.
meant.
Yeah, but he has the shadow lore, so he could possibly, fool them in understanding their signs. He could probably ugly himself up, like maybe not brush his teeth.
Yeah, well, he probably hasn't today anyway. The things
because of battle.
Because of battle. But
Right.
and let me stress, I'm not saying this is like some big ruse that we like go go stealthily. No, I'm just saying that if it gets us past even one person or helps us put even one little cadre of guards off for a second, then that helps us. We still go through the roof, we still go down, and boom, and then maybe we have this little, maybe it'll help a little bit.
Right. And we could ask Rotgut the guard. Yeah, Rotgut the guard, where new recruits were being sent to the throne room to guard Gorlanc. Can you point us in the quickest direct?
Yeah.
Sounds good. And I'll have commandeered some maybe some gunpowder or something. So if we have to blast open a door, I can blast open a door.
Cool. Yep. The door at the top of the tower is locked.
Can we try and pick the lock first?
Yeah, he's the tool guy. He's the
Sure, you can try.
He's the dwarf. He's the one that's got
a craft roll.
Crazy.
We'll make a craft roll.
Celebrimbor will try to assist him, or make his own craft roll himself, since he's got a 4, working with the elven.
No worries.
Smiths.
A Gandalf with 2 Tengu.
Nice.
The door opens and a
Thror
very
made that
big
lock.
smell of sulfur comes out and hits you all in the face. As does a wave of heat.
Oh.
They're making.
Oh, bloody hell.
They're smelting something.
Orcs. Always
All right.
orcs.
Let's go forward then.
That's right. It's probably just orc farts.
You go forward and there are the stairs.
I will follow the pack.
I'm on point.
There's stairs going down or up?
Going down.
Down to hell.
Make
And that's the
awareness
only-
rolls for me.
Oh yes, I knew that was coming, and I was.
What's that? What kind of roll?
Awareness.
I rolled an Isoron.
Oh
So-
fuck!
So did I.
I rolled Hang on.
I think we're aware.
Fully aware.
This is what
It's
I rolled.
that odor, man. I'm like trying to cover my eyes and my mouth.
Right. All the smoke and heat.
26.
I was not expecting this.
Got this shit in here all night. Jeez.
26 with 2 Tengus, baby.
26 with 2 Tengus.
Wow.
Okay. There is a creature in the throne room. And
Well,
he
we're already in the
is,
throne.
very full of fire surrounds him.
A dragon,
And he
or more like a
carries
Balrog?
a giant whip going
Oh.
around and seems like a demon. There is also a hole in the center, in front of the throne, that looks like where this creature broke through and where Gorlanc escaped through.
Escaped through?
Yep.
So Gorlanc's not in there.
Gorlanc is not in here. As I reveal the room.
This is going to create split ends on my hair.
So I see this.
Yep. There is a Balrog standing in the throne room.
And how does it look like he has a good view to see us yet?
He is keeping an eye on the front door right now.
Okay. I turn to Thor and the elf, and I motion Garrett. I'm silently saying, back up, back now.
Everybody make a, as you see this, make a Valor test.
I have
3.
strength of will.
18.
I have strength of will.
That's great. Your TN is
Ella
now
Brimborn
14.
easily succeeds such a trifle thing as seeing a demon. He got a 23.
Yeah, but it's not called Elf Bane for nothing.
He's gonna do. He's gonna basically.
For Lorith.
Plus a Tengu and 5, so
Yep. So you pass.
11 and a Gandalf. Yeah.
Ella Brimborn is listening to Lorith, but he still gets his opening volley, and he ignites an arrow with with magical fire and shoots it at the Balrog. Go back! He speaks to it actually in shadow speak.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
It
Go
turns
back and
toward
follow
you.
your master to your doom. He got a
Damn
19.
your elven valor.
19 with 2 Tengus.
Sometimes discretion is the better part of getting the fuck
And a magic
out of there
arrow.
before Balrog
2
sees
Tango
you.
hits. Damage plus 2 times your body.
There you go. It probably killed him.
Oh yeah, sure.
Sure, tell yourself that.
15 damage.
15?
Take that.
He's down to 85 hit points.
Oh my.
Take that, foul Dwimmer Lake.
This is a lesser Balrog.
Marines,
at home
we
are
are
wondering.
leaving.
I
I
think we
pull
leave out
him
the front
back
door,
up
though.
the
Leave
goddamn
out the
stairs.
front door.
Garrett.
The
I mean-
Balrog is moving toward the stairs.
Towards us. Yeah.
He's going to go up the stairs.
He's not gonna fit. Come on!
He doesn't have to. He's big.
I want to
He's
shoot
3
past
stories
and get
tall.
to the front door.
Jesus Christ.
Guess how many
Oh,
stories this
son
room
of
is.
a bitch. Oh, God. I'm gonna kill him. Well, I probably won't have to. That's the thing.
Fly, you fools! Ella Brimborn will take him down. I want Thor to be able to see his child again.
I want to head to the front door, not to the stairs. Did we make it all the way down the stairs, or are we halfway down the stairs?
You were halfway down the stairs.
Halfway down the stairs. Okay, so he's starting to head to the stairs, and
We're gonna go back up and make him have to fucking chase us.
Ella Brimborn, he uses his whip to grab you.
Okay.
Ah. Oh.
21 versus your parry plus 12.
That was not our mission.
21, so I would be 15, would I be 12 plus...
this is opening round. Can I do an intimidate?
You sure can.
All right, great. I'm gonna try that. Probably should have done rally comrades.
What are you saying? I think I have a 19 currently.
It's something that gives us an advantage
Yep,
rather than
so
hurts
that
him. Do
hits
it.
you.
Because I'm using a bow, so I wouldn't have a shield up.
Can I do an opening volley?
Hang on 1 second.
since I wasn't going to fight, but was going to get us out of
That's
there.
20 points of damage. Plus, that's 30 points of damage.
All right, now I'm dead. The 20 points I was okay with.
You're fallen unconscious.
Run!
Maybe we should try just going back up the stairs with his body and making the bastard chase us.
Okay. What do you do?
Can I pick up the elf and go up?
Okay, first let's go with what George said before you. He was going to try to do the intimidation.
Well, if he's going to do that, I'm going to get an opening volley in before I pick up the elf.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I can slow him down a little. Ha 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 ha. Chill.
All right.
Use your arrows of Numenor or whatever.
A point of hate is used on you, Celebrimbor. You cannot change stance as the whip traps you. And you see your parry rating halved.
Well, I'm dead, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So I will.
Mostly dead.
My helm is down, and I will shout at the Balrog that it shall not take our lives, that we will destroy it and send it back to the gates of hell from which it came, for it is just a minion to all who try to wield its power.
Yeah, I don't know how much we know about Balrogs. It's not like we saw the movies.
It's a horrible creature that has been. It's a lore.
We know it's bad.
Well, Legolas knew about it as soon as he saw it. He knew what it was.
Yeah.
And
So I rolled a
I'm speaking of the books here.
18 with 2 Tengu.
I heard 2 Tengu, but I didn't hear the number.
18 with 2 Tengu.
18 with 2 Tengu. That is not high enough to unnerve a Balrog. You need 20. You want to spend a point of hope?
I will spend a point of hope then.
You unnerve the Balrog. He may not spend hate for the rest of this encounter.
Good.
I'm going to use one of my Numenorian arrows, which, as you know, cause a wound if they hit.
Mm-hmm.
Thror, Dragon Slayer.
And I am going to use one of the points for the battle roll.
Yeah, that's smart. Use 2. Or 3.
Shall I?
Yeah, I would say at least use 2.
We might need more, but later. But I guess we'll get what we get. Look at that.
Gandalf. Someone said
Nice.
Laura to the rescue.
Exactly.
Slay the beast.
Your father would be proud.
Well, we'll see. He wasn't so proud of me earlier. All right, I've got. Let's see. The Gandalf and 22 with the Tengu.
What did you get on your 12-sided die? Is it enough to trigger an injury too?
A Gandalf.
Oh,
Yeah,
So
Gandalf.
that triggers a injury test. So he rolls his armor of 2.
Only 2?
Numenorian.
Yeah, it's only 2.
Wow.
It's a Numenorian arrow.
He gets a Gandalf automatic failure.
Oh,
He is
Sweet.
wounded.
nice.
And how much other shit does it? What is it?
So
Is
this
there
automatically causes a wound upon hitting, or does it trigger an protection test?
It's the Numenorian arrow, the wound. You tell me. You're the one that friggin',
I just assumed we needed magic stuff to hit it. That's why I made my arrow magical.
I don't remember all the particulars. I don't have room on it for this.
Yep. So you have dealt 2 wounds to it, which fells the beast. Tell me how.
Nice.
Okay.
That is
It
epic.
gives a nasty look to the dwarf for what he accomplished, and raises its whip to try for both of us. And I shoot the arrow, and it goes through this part of its gut and up through its, crusty old heart into its eye. And it goes, drops its whip, and falls through the hole.
Nice.
Through the hole. Okay. It is dead.
Nice.
Throne room has been cleared.
On the bar, I rush to Alabrimborn's side and try to heal him.
Okay.
So am I dead? Am I dead? Because I had 22.
How many wounds do you have?
I had 22 endurance, and then I would be -8.
Not worried about that. Worried about it.
He didn't
wounds.
have any wounds.
So you're
Oh,
fine.
no wounds.
No, Dad, you're fine. You're just unconscious.
Okay.
The danger is when you have wounds and lose all your endurance.
If I have wounds and then you take another one.
Do you take 2 wounds, or take a 1 wound and lose all your endurance? You die.
Okay. Yeah. No, I'm good. I just a -8.
Nope, you're unconscious.
Did you have any cordial the last time, Celebrimborn?
I don't know. I got healing from the elves. That's all I know. So I don't know if they gave me cordial or they just.
They
Hey,
didn't give you
ask
anything
Laura
to take
to
in
bring
the-
over the cordial and give you a dose.
Notes on it?
The Numenoran areas.
No, that was in a book. I can look at
Do
that
I
later.
have to heal up the -8 or do I start at 0?
You start at 0. There's no negatives. It's like D&D.
Okay.
So you restore. You'll drink the cordial then, since healing won't help you. You'll restore endurance favored heart plus 1 die.
Okay.
Nice.
All right. Cool. 9.
If you rest for
I
a
got-
few minutes in the throne room, then you get your your favorite heart score back.
Can I do
Okay.
healing on him as well, or can he
No.
only take it from one person? Okay.
You got the cordial. That's all you can do.
Are you okay, Thror?
Yeah. Well, I'm alive, but I'm weird.
Yeah, I didn't take any damage in the battle.
Good.
And
But it's worth it to be weird. Did my arrow kill it?
Nope, mine did.
Oh,
no.
Great
You
job,
were-
Laura.
You were very brave and foolhardy.
Yeah, let's stress the foolhardy part. We needn't have battled with it. Of course, now that we have,
Well, you wouldn't have been inspired to kill it if it wasn't for my valor.
Yes.
yes. So I'm gonna go over to the edge and stealthily look down.
You stealthily look down.
Yes.
Make an awareness check. See with the TN-18 looking into the darkness.
Well, it's got a thing that was in flame, even though it's probably down.
Well, that's
now.
true. So there's no penalty. TN-14.
You need to fill that hole up.
Damn.
We're going after Gorlanc.
Right. Jump down the hole.
As soon as we
16 Tango.
Get some endurance
seems
back.
to be some kind of armory down there.
Yeah, that's another part of the sulfur snow.
let's head down.
It is gorgeous.
Fashion some rope or something and rappel down there. Rope or chain.
There is a rope that goes down there.
Okay.
Tied to the throne.
Let's head down. Are you up for this, Alabrimborn, or do you want to go
Yeah.
try and get some aid?
Yeah, I think the stealth thing has been done, so we can not worry about that now.
I'm ready to
Where
go.
did the Balrog fall?
Hmm?
How far did the Balrog fall?
Fell
You can
into
see
the
Ella
middle
Brimborn
of
looks
the,
like crap, but he's still saying he's ready to go.
Middle of the armory.
Did he fall on anyone?
Yes.
Trolls?
He fell onto a troll.
Yes. And is the troll dead?
He sure is.
Yes. Killed 2 birds with one.
Do you want to go get Gandalf and then we drop in, or you want to
I
just
think
go?
I just need to go down there and.
I think it's our job to get Gorlanc.
Let's go. Let's go get Gorlanc.
And I want to get that arrow back. That was a good arrow. I might need repair, but hey, that's fine.
I need a athletics test to get down.
Yeah, let's not worry about that.
Yeah, he's not worried about us losing some health on that. He's got nastier things planned.
Right.
Do we see any other live enemies before
There are two very large
I
creatures.
have my sword out.
Down there. There are two hilt trolls that are guarding the armory.
And do they see us
Darn.
as we come down the
You
road?
want
They
to
very much
do we
are
see-
aware of you.
fire some arrows down upon them before we
They're-
drop in?
While you're climbing?
Yeah, you can't do that. Do we see Gorlanc?
You do not see Gorlanc.
I'll tell you what.
Are we still in disguise?
You are in disguise.
Oh.
Tell him we're following Gorlanc.
Tell them we slew the men up here. We're coming down.
But the fire creature fell down and he went splat.
They slew him.
And
They slew him first, and we slew them.
I would run for your lives. Run with Gorlanc. He will protect you. If you follow Gorlanc, Gorlanc will protect you. They're all coming down. We had to flee. There's only 3 of us left.
That's funny. Gorlanc said that Mormog would protect us.
Well,
Make a
What?
persuade test.
Mormont?
I didn't see Mormog.
It
I
was
can
Mormont
make-
that got
I'll
stumped.
make the
Nope.
wait,
Is Mormog
wait,
even here?
Mormog fled, the coward. And I roll an 8, a 19 with a Tengu.
19. You have convinced the trolls that you belong here.
17.
You have access to this.
What am I supposed to roll?
You don't have to roll anything. They already rolled fine.
Okay.
There is a door up here. There's a door down here. There's a door right over here. You get to choose where you want to go.
Can we see if there's any kind of like muddy footprints or anything like that? Like to
There
see
are
if there's-
muddy footprints all over this place.
Right. You tell them, quick, we must go warn Gorlanc's guards. Which way? Has
I
it
quick
gone?
roll into the cinder of the Balrog.
He went, and they point to the south way.
I quickly
We should
roll
go the
into
other way.
the cinder of the Balrog, the ashes of the Balrog, and cover my scent.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's a good idea.
Then I stand up and head down the path.
And I'm gonna pull out the arrow and look at it and say, and put it at my back, and could be useful. And is the whip down there?
Whip is down there.
I'm gonna take the whip.
You instantly burn yourself.
Okay. If it's smoking, if it's so hot I could burn myself,
Yes.
it'll be smoking. Then I won't take it.
Okay.
don't touch
I'm gonna
that,
take the
boys.
arrow, and I will. And we've got gloves anyway. I'm sure. Gauntlets, blah blah blah. So.
Yeah.
Bill, Bert, good
I
job.
understand. That's not gonna. If it's so hot that I'd burn myself, it would be smoking, and I would see it.
Which way do you go?
You may want to take off and
Towards Gorlanc.
take cover outside. There's some men off to the right. They'll aid you. I tell the trolls. Outside the tower. Go quickly.
Okay. But Mormog is the one who gives us our orders, so we're supposed to wait here for Mormog.
Well,
So
I think
be
you'll
it.
be waiting a long time.
All right. Well, if you want to
he's
die
just
like
over there
George
behind
being
that door.
you don't want to die like George being crushed by a Balrog. I'll be
Nope.
be it with me. Just stay right here.
We're going to go. We're going to go towards the door where they pointed that Gorlanc was, and we're not going to worry about what's his face now. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying this way to Gorlanc. We must warn him.
Is there anything that can be used as a weapon of some form that's around there?
Yeah, there are pikes and bows and swords and short swords. Anything that's in the player's guide.
I'll grab a pike.
I was looking for something that might blow up. Something of incendiary.
No, they don't leave that out for the typical trolls and goblins to take.
Okay. All right. I do not want to burden myself with more weight, so I will carry forward.
Yep.
And I'll grab a pike.
You grab a pike.
Yeah.
Do you have a pike skill?
I have a spear skill. I
That
can
works.
use it as a spear.
You can use the pike as it'll count as a spear.
Yes.
All right. You open the door and you see this hallway leading down here.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Which hallway?
Hallway leads south right down into here.
Okay.
Is what you see.
Is it unlit then?
It is unlit.
All right. So I grab a torch from the armory.
Okay.
If it's free to come off the wall.
Yeah. You can take it off the wall or pick one off of the tables and light it on a brazier.
Or a Balrog.
Or on a Balrog.
Quick, Gorlink needs our help. He was running pretty fast,
Yep.
and he
Alright.
never does that.
Move yourself where you want to go.
I don't want to go first since I'm like almost
Yeah.
dead.
I'll lead. It's fine.
I'll go in the middle.
I'll get my arrows ready in case any of those elves are sneaking around.
Move through the dark. Spider webs everywhere.
You don't have to keep
Muddy
acting. We're not
footprints.
listening anymore.
I'm going to peek each way down the hallway.
Excellent. Spider webs are so nice.
There is a rock collapsed tunnel to your right that looks like it's been collapsed for some time. And there is a looks like there is a pathway to a room over here. And there is a door closed over here.
Okay. I will head down the hall. And you say there's a closed door off to my right, or is it
To your
an open door?
further to the left. There's a little
All
room
right.
in there.
Okay. I'm going to listen at this door. What do I
There's
hear?
no door there.
Oh, there's not a door. That's why I was wondering.
Hey, in
So-
fact, it's a stairway that leads down.
Stairway that leads down. Okay. I
Oh,
listen down the stairwell. Do I hear voices?
Make an awareness test.
Okay.
I'll listen at the other door.
I got a
I
13
got a 16. No.
with a Tengu because I'm weary.
I got a 16.
With the 16, you do not
Show
hear
off.
anything.
Okay. I don't have great elven ears, so. All right.
Oh,
down
I
the
could-
steps.
Could I impart my distinct feature of quick of hearing?
That would. You hear the battle in the far distance.
There's a battle down the stairs, Lorith and Thror.
It seems to be the main battle, but where this tunnel goes is far away from the main battle.
Let's go down the stairs. Investigate.
I have a 17.
Yep.
Awareness.
17 awareness? Sure.
I was listening at the other door.
At the other door,
Yes.
you hear the sounds of barking and of goblins yelling at the creatures for barking.
Okay, we won't go down that. We'll go where Thor thought that would be the better thing.
You go down there into the darkness.
We've got...
You got torches.
I got a torch.
Yep. And you go into, there is a long and winding tunnel that comes out about a half mile away from the fort.
Whoa.
So an escape route
It's an escape tunnel.
for Gorlanc, the coward. Laura, can you track and see if there's any fresh prints from Gorlanc?
Yeah,
From his
That would be a hunting roll.
stinky feet that he has.
Yeah. I got 3 on it. Sorry, I dropped my die. I'll tell ya.
Man, we've almost weighted die. Gandalf, you find Gorlanc's tracks, and he's traveling with some followers.
And I also have 11 besides that with a Tengu.
Yep, you definitely find...
How many followers? I would know.
6.
6. And we're talking 6 orcs?
Nope, human.
6 humans?
Yep.
No trolls.
No trolls.
This way. He has 6 humans with him.
You are
Wonderful.
now far away from the battle, and you're going to run on your own after Gorlanc?
Yep. We're supposed to bring him to them.
Okay.
Yep,
That's our job.
that was our mission.
You go traveling, pull up the map.
I tell Elebrimborn, ready with your lights if you can.
Yep.
Just give us the word and we'll cast our eyes away.
Sounds good plan.
Honey, I'm going to quick hit the loo. I'll be right back.
Okay. Let me move her away. Move him away. You are up here in here, and you start going southward, cutting through here. Going into Breeland.
Back to Bree, our favorite spot. We're so welcome.
Yep.
And among the tracks along the along the road, you lose the trail. But it looks like he is headed to Bree.
Damn it. You want to summon ravens to
Yeah, to go tell Gandalf.
Gandalf? Make haste to Bree.
Yeah.
He has escaped.
Tell him the host that he's flown and we slew a Balrog or Lorith slew a Balrog. So if I can do that, yeah, I'll call some birds to go to Gandalf and tell him, or a moth.
You send some birds, no problem. This journey that you have done has taken you 3.5 days.
Okay. Travel rolls or?
Make one travel roll.
I am using my elven cloak.
Oh, good point, George. Elbron was too tired to sing because he's weary. Does he get to get his heart every night, or
Not his
will we
heart,
travel?
but he gets 2 points every night.
Okay.
You need to make a travel roll?
Yes,
All right.
travel roll.
Well, at least I'm
The,
not weary.
yeah.
At least I'm not weary anymore. So I got a 14
I got an 18.
with a Tengu.
Tengu.
14. Okay, that's good.
18 for me.
18 is good.
18 with a Tengu.
Yep. You have no problem on the trip. Gorlanc seem to have chosen a pretty smooth path that takes you right onto the Western Road and a good distance, about a half day from Bree.
We get some bennies for these travel rolls.
I
got 18 with the Tengu. George
got
got
18 with the Tengu.
I think.
Not for these.
Okay, just asking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sorry.
That would be if you knew where you're going and you traveled ahead of time.
Okay.
But you're just tracking.
Okay.
The coward ran. He feared Lorith, as I do.
So as you are in Bree, there is a
We all brought him down.
Gandalf shows up there. A lot of people show up there. The elves show up, and they're not necessarily welcome. The elf princes, and they are not horribly welcome, but they show up anyhow, and they turn Bree upside down, looking for Gorlanc.
Wait a minute. What? Say this again?
Well, did we tell them that we thought he headed to the road and fled, or
Yeah.
or our trail just went cold in Bree?
Trail went cold, leading to Bree along that Western Road.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Wait. If we do that, I'm going to put my ears down for Rumor of the Earth and see if I can hear any better.
Sure. You hear a lot of travelers going back and forth along the road. Trail's cold.
Yeah, I knew you were going to do that. Had to try. Had to try.
Maybe if you had pushed it during that, but you didn't push it. So.
What do you mean?
Go balls out chasing him, but you wouldn't have been able to follow the path anyhow if you had done that. So.
Yeah, we have to
you
track.
did the best you could.
Wow.
You did the best that you could.
I did well.
You did.
You did.
So, what you have, Gandalf comes and says, he's hidden somewhere, but I'm sure that we will find him. You have done what you can, and you have done great service for the North in the meantime.
Well, yeah, like Laura slayed a Balrog. Holy crap. Have you ever faced a Balrog, Gandalf?
I can't say that I have, and I don't really care to.
Yeah, I hope you don't ever.
Also, I think we should all be aware that Mormeg is in there. Mormeg is in that fortress.
We send
And
people
if you do, you can let him pass.
Yeah, let him pass. I would let him pass.
And found
Good
evidence
one,
of Ormond, but apparently he had fled too.
Damn. My nemesis.
You are now allowed to take a fellowship phase in Bree.
What?
Ooh.
That's crazy.
So soon?
Wow.
Wow.
I keep
Then we get to heal?
forgetting to
You
keep
completely
track
heal
of
up
my.
during that.
Yay.
I keep forgetting to keep track of my rolls.
I was good this time.
I have two, but I know what I used. I mean, I did it last time, so I knew what I got this time that I...
Yeah.
Don't know. Let's see. Hunting. Travel. Okay. Silly, not that much, but she can't have awareness twice.
So we should be able to recover our endurance, correct?
Yes, you get it all back.
Okay. And Bree is not a safe hold for us, so
Sanctuary, so no hope.
No.
so I would have to travel at least to Rivendell.
You want to go to Rivendell? Okay.
Yeah, I'll go there too. Why, did we get a point of hope back then?
Well, if we're at a sanctuary, which Rivendell is one of our sanctuaries,
Yeah.
then I don't have to spend money on losing my status,
Oh, gotcha.
which is important for me in the court of Erebor.
That's true. I got 9 points of treasure.
So I would,
I can lend it to you. I don't know. That's not going to get you that far.
yeah, no, good. I'm good. That would take too much. I just don't want to lose standing. As long as I maintain, I'm good.
Are there any good-looking Dunedain that I'm not too closely related to?
The Dunedain that you are not too closely related to are all part of the battle right now. And mopping up what you were the spearhead for.
Stable Boy's probably too dumb. Damn. What's a girl to do?
Yeah, Brimborn's always available.
So who wants to go first and tell what they did on their fellowship phase?
I am still working through that.
Okay.
What?
Still working on the fellowship phase.
Yeah. So what do you want us to do with it?
Add up your stuff, spend things.
Oh, okay. I think I'm probably down a little from where I should be, but we'll leave it alone.
You're
7.
down quite a bit because you haven't written for the journal. That's where most of your XP comes from.
Yeah, okay, fine. 7.
7?
Yes.
For raising a common skill, you can go spend 4 to get an untrained skill up to 1. It's 8 to go from 1 to 2.
You mean an untrained skill?
A skill you don't have any points
I
in.
have something in everything.
Then you have to wait till you get up to 8 and you can bank those.
Nothing I can raise?
How's your experience points total? You get 1 for every session of play, plus 1 for every journal entry.
I think it was at like 45 or something, but it got messed up. See? We're good on 41. It just got smeared.
Okay, we'll call it 41. You can increase your valor and wisdom. Or you can increase a battle skill.
Wow. My longsword is at 4 boxes.
You can go up to 5 for 16.
Okay. But I can't increase my valor or wisdom now,
We got points. I don't see why not.
Okay. Let's raise the valor.
Okay, what's your valor at?
3.
Going up to 4 is 10 points.
Okay. It's not wanting to release.
What? How much does it cost to go from a 4 to a 5? That's
16.
experience points, right? 16 experience.
16 experience points.
4 to 5, yeah.
Not coming off.
I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up in valor after fighting that Balrog and dying. because my wisdom definitely shouldn't go up after that.
So I can bank all these points and leave them there, is what you're saying.
Yep.
All right.
But you raised your valor? You said?
Yes. From 3 to 4.
Get into the Lauderdale book. See what's available to you. Ranger of the North.
Not even one turn a time. Damn it.
You can get an heirloom of lost Arnor. You are entrusted with the keeping of an ancient relic, an artifact going back to the days when a king ruled the land.
Is it any good? Will it do anything?
It will give you a blessing.
What kind of a blessing?
And also, well, you are recognized by your kin, and your standing goes up by 2. The blessing is tied to a skill, so it will act as if it gives you a extra die to your skill.
For my valor going up?
Yep. If you choose the heirloom of Lost Arnor, you'll have a magic item that.
What else could I choose?
The Star of the Dunedain. Rangers have opened uncounted paths in the wild and have created many refuges and encampments. But the need for secrecy is so vital for their survival that it is a command of their chieftains, and no one may be revealed the whereabouts of these places, nor taught to decipher the signs and runes leading to them, before they have earned their place among the veterans. You have been recognized as this honor, and you are now entitled to wear a silver brooch shaped like a rayed star upon your left shoulder. Standing goes up by 1. Moreover, you are within the ancient boundaries of the realm of Arnor. You may make an explore roll to find your way to one of these refuges.
Wow. What else?
These are always safe places, and you got Numenorian arrows
is there
already.
Anything else that I
No,
can
you already
choose
have the
as one of
Numenorian
these?
arrows.
Yeah, I have the Numenorian arrows. That's tough. They're both good. Although I certainly feel that I should know, perhaps it's not quite safe for me to know yet, so I will take the heirloom instead.
Page 94 to 95.
Are you keeping track of our standing?
No, you can do that.
I didn't know what my standing was to begin with, so I haven't.
Your
kept
standing
track of it.
must be 0 since you have not spent treasure toward it.
Yes, I have.
You have spent treasure to
Yes!
maintain it?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Every
then-
time we're in a friggin' thing where we can do it, I have. I've spent treasure to have increase my standing in Bree. I've spent it in the Shire. I spent it in the where we have our holding.
Okay, so you have done that. So you're standing. I'll say is at 3.
Plus, I have the Numenorian things.
Mm-hmm. Roll a 6. Okay, roll a success die. Roll a 6-sided die.
Okay.
6. That's gonna be something that helps your vocation skills.
My
Roll
what?
a d6.
My what skills?
Your vocation line of skills. 3. You find a crafting tool, a saw that for cutting of wood, and in that,
A saw.
it's a saw.
A saw.
Mm-hmm.
A saw. Are you serious?
It is a rare.
I don't want a
Numenorian-
fucking saw of Arnor. Give me something decent for fuck's
something.
sake.
Okay, you get
I
a
don't-
ring. And it affects
I
your
mean-
craft skill.
It could be like, a little dagger for whittling or something. Well, my craft is weapon repair.
Craft is weapon repair.
So perhaps a plane or something, or a mold. I don't know. What do you repair weapons with? You know what?
Most of those are too big to carry.
A perfect small pliers for pulling.
Perfect small pliers. There you go. Perfect small pliers of ancient Numenorian make. It counts as a blessing. That'll give you an extra die for when you make craft rolls.
Pliers of Arnor.
The pliers of Arnor.
There you go. I have a
Tolkien is
question.
turning over in his grave right the fuck now. I am sorry, my mentor. I am so sorry. But it was better than a goddamn saw.
I have a question, Garrett. Can I take a high elf virtue if we're in Ravendell, or
No, you're limited to what is by your culture.
just
So this puts my standing up to 5 because of the 2 that I get
Yep.
from this.
the only reason I was asking that is because I was looking in the Rivendell book, and that one of the virtues you can take is basically, it was one of the things I was thinking about, which was the ability to craft.
You know what? You
Magic
made it
weapons.
a sanctuary.
Wait a minute.
If you make it a sanctuary and you're an elf, I'll let you have it.
I had this number 1 holding in Stanfield equals 4.
4, so now you're up to 6.
Yeah, it is a group sanctuary already for us, Rivendell.
It is, and you're an elf, so I'll let you have it.
I'm not a high elf, but
I know.
so
you're
what
not.
I was
We
gonna
know
do
that.
is I increased my valor. That means I get a cultural virtue, correct?
Nope, you get a reward.
A reward.
Wisdom.
So wisdom. All right, then I'll do wisdom.
That seems like a good idea.
Because if I can take a high elf, I have the Rivendell book open. So if I take the high elf, there's a virtue of being able to be like an elven smith.
Yeah, but you can never be a high elf because your people did not go there.
But he can
Right.
have.
You can't be a high
abilities.
elf unless you get your ass to Valinor.
He can learn things from them.
Yeah, you can learn from them.
Right. I'm not trying to be a high elf. I'm just trying
You're not
to.
a Noldoli.
Right.
Not gonna happen.
But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to basically advance my ability to actually start enchanting weapons for us,
Nice. I would like that.
because I think that was something that we felt we were lacking. So
Oh yeah.
It's very.
if
very
I keep
hard
on
to find a
focusing on this, it looks like I can spend fellowship phases to like enhance our weapons and then eventually enchant them.
Well, that wouldn't be bad.
But
I
at this
mean,
point, I
that's
should
what
be
that
able to.
friggin- Numenorean arrow did.
I can recognize if we get any treasure. I can roll and basically discover, what the history is and stuff of the artifact
Sure.
by looking at it. Kind of like Elrond looking at Glamdring the foe hammer
Yeah.
and being able to know stuff about it. And then I have the ability to just take our like regular weapons and customize them. And then I'll have the ability to actually take the light of the Blessed Realm and put it into the weapon.
Where are you gonna get the light of the Blessed Realm from?
What's that? I don't know. It's like the Force. It's just everywhere. Take some and put it down in there.
I don't think so.
That's what it says. Work some of the light of the Blessed Realm into a weapon.
Well, yeah, but where do you? I mean, you have to have a source for it. You know, you got to break open a Silmaril or have one of the lamps or something that has it in it. You know.
I'm telling you, this is what
he's been entrusted with the ability to do, with facts that allow him the ability to do this.
Wow.
The book says I can. Yeah, the book says I can crack open as many Silmarils as I need to make an omelet.
Yeah. Yeah. First you gotta find it. Well, we did see that one, but it was at the bottom of the sea.
I think I touched one.
I don't think you touched it. No. Your hand would have burnt off.
And Thror, what have you up to?
Oh, I decide to ride back to Rivendell with the Elven Lords, and for the time that I am there, I review all the battle plans and battle tactics that were on display during the battle at Gorlanc, and increase my battle skills.
Cool.
And then I spent time speaking to Elrond and asked if he had learned anything further about the toe ring that I had asked him about before, if anything new has come to his attention. And I don't know if Celebrimbor had mentioned the toe ring that the other doppelganger had worn or not.
No. But if you bring it up, I'm with you. I'm in Rivendell, but if you bring it up, then I will mention that she had one.
If you were with me with Elrond, then I would have mentioned it in front of you, since you knew of the toe ring to which I speak. And I just asked if he had had any word yet around its origins, or if there's anything that has to do with the coming of the battles ahead with the orcs and the trolls and Gorlanc.
As far as I was concerned, there was only one. And that was taught to a orc smith by the enemy himself. But apparently more were made to hide from the enemy and to make the orcs more powerful. So this is what you might have found. Another artifact made to make a great orc even greater.
Grave news indeed. And then
what has happened
also
to this ring? What has happened to this ring?
Celebrimbor said that the woman had transformed herself into some type of flaming,
like black moth,
meteor or moth, and
black moth, and flew off.
So we do not know where it is now.
This is grave news indeed.
Yes, there's so much shadow about now. It is challenging for all. So then I also would have asked about Burlius, since she was left in Rivendell. Is she doing well, or has she fallen towards darkness?
She has her days in which she does well, and there are days, such as the days of the battle, in which she felt the screams and the torment of Gorlanc directed toward her. The sooner that Gorlanc is apprehended, the sooner her healing can truly begin.
And have you any new news of Gorlanc and where he may be at now?
That's funny that you say that, because up rides a Haleth, a ranger of the north, comes into Rivendell to bear news to Elrond. You've met her before when traveling through Bree. She says, "I have ridden far in haste and I have need of your assistance. Gather what weapons ye have and come quick. There are foes to hunt.
Wait a minute, was I there?
Are you there?
I don't remember going there.
Where are you?
Gave me the. How did I find the pliers of armor? Were they given to me?
They were given to you by. You tell the story. Well,
I don't
before
know.
I tell
I
my
don't.
story.
I,
This is up to you. You get to tell the fellowship phase stuff.
well, I wasn't going to go there right away. I was going to go there after. I was going to drink in Hobbiton with some buddies and then go to Rivendell. And there, I guess, maybe Elrond heard the tale and gave it to me and said, I think you may need this in the coming days for repairing those arrows that you carry.
Okay.
So I guess I
So
know
you're
more
there.
now.
The forces of the Rangers in Rivendell destroyed the servants of the upstart sorcerer Gorlanc in the battle near Fornost, and laid waste to his fort. However, the sorcerer and a few of his bodyguards escaped through a secret passage and vanished into the wilderness. The chieftain of the Dunedain sent rangers out in all directions to find Gorlanc and put an end to his evil. And I am among those sent down the Greenway. I found the trail of Gorlanc's followers on the road, a few miles north of Bree. I want you to help me catch the sorcerer and his servants.
Very good. We will prepare ourselves immediately, and
Yeah. Can we get a restock on that Mirror that so and so carries?
No.
No.
You've kind of helped drain the reserves, and after the battle, they need to make more.
I also for my fellowship, I would try to regain some hope by crafting a nice silver necklace that outlines the beautiful trees of Rivendell
Sure.
to give my mare.
Make a craft roll.
There.
All right.
I will do it by repairing my arrow of Numenor.
And that's a 10
Alright. Make your craft roll.
for a 21 with 1 Tengu.
Yeah, you get your hope back.
Oh, great.
You create a very beautiful artifact that in the next age will become a legendary artifact.
8.
Unfortunately, you break an arrow.
What?
Mary
No.
Lorith breaks an arrow.
Well, I'm gonna carry it with me and try and repair it.
You can try to do that. You didn't roll a Eye of Sauron.
Yeah.
So Haleth leads you north of the crossroads along the Greenway. Midway through the morning, your lookout men spot something strange, dead ahead. A roiling, seething black shape on the path. Haleth spurs her horse and charges toward the shape, which explodes into thousands of birds. The companions now see it for what it was. A huge flock of crows had landed on the road. One of the sorcerer's tricks, warns Haleth. See, he has muddled the trail.
Let me make a hunting roll and see if I can pick up the tracks.
Sure.
Since I had known what these people's tracks looked like before, I might be able to pick it up easier than her. Okay. That's 18 with the Tengu.
You see that Gorlanc's company has divided. Most have turned off the Greenway and gone east, while a smaller number have continued south on down the road.
It's Gorlanc we want to follow.
Gorlanc, it looks like, himself has gone south.
Gorlanc has gone south.
Haleth says to you, he may want to get as far away from the Rangers as he can. Maybe there was a disagreement over pay. The sorcerer's stolen gold was all lost with his fortress, and the greater part of his men followed him out of greed and fear, not loyalty. I will go with you as far south.
The others may have gone off to pull some
but
ambush,
I think,
however.
You should go east to see what this is and get information. His men may know where he's headed.
Okay, I'm confused. She said I'll go with you south.
Yeah, I didn't read far enough ahead.
Alright. Why don't you redo that then?
Why don't I need you to go east to get information from the men about where he went, and I will proceed southward to catch up to him.
Well, do not engage him alone. Wait for us.
I am not a fool.
We'll pick up your trail. I know, but sometimes. But if they are waiting for you, they may try to draw you in.
I will hold by yourself.
Every confidence in you. We'll be back as soon as we may.
Okay.
Okay, so we follow the trail.
Did you get any Tengus in that room?
Yes, I got one Tengu.
You have a uneasy feeling about Haleth's decision. The sorcerer's boot prints on the greenway going south are very slightly different, a little lighter compared to those that you saw earlier. Maybe Gorlanc is trying to trick his pursuers, and he's actually fled eastward.
Aha.
I tell her everything I think.
I still believe that he might have gone southward by the blueprints.
But take warning. During the battle, there was something that appeared to be Bearless, who was not, and who fled after turning into something quite nasty.
Understood. I will proceed with caution.
Proceed. Be aware of sorcery.
Having parted with Haleth, you pursue your quarries east, heading towards the woodland on the back of Bree Hill. It appears Gorlanc's minions are making straight for Chetwood. You arrive on the edge of the wood at twilight. In the encroaching darkness, the Chetwood feels like an ancient, lonely place, beyond the comforts of the Breeland. The trees mutter and creak as their branches wave in the wind. Shafts and shards of moonlight flicker on the path, as if the wood is trying to lure you inwards.
We're following
You're following
tracks. And the moon's out.
Yep.
So it helps. I know the Chetwood. I've been in and out of this place a million times.
There are many crossing paths leading across the Chetwood, but the tracks you follow the next morning soon take a northeast course, leading you toward the older patches of the forest. In the first hours of the day, you wander between green hillocks and dells in a wood that by daylight appears leafy and full of color, the true image of quiet and peacefulness. It is almost dark when you find yourselves walking in a strange, eerie part of the wood that's full of bluebells. It is an ancient oak wood, and the violet-blue flowers cover its whole surface, like a carpet, their heavy heads gently swaying to the breeze. A faint honey smell is carried by the wind, bringing back memories of spring. A few hundred yards into the bluebell wood, you spot a small clearing opening by the path. 3 squat dwarfish figures sit around a small fire. They are busy cooking some tasty-looking meat on long spits of wood, and a fine toothsome smell hits you as you approach. The creatures are as small as children and wear wide-brimmed soft hats, a deep red in color. They do indeed look like hobbits, but of a scruffier, wilder sort than most, including even those few loners that wander the more remote parts of Breeland. As you get nearer, one of them silently stands up, and then bows in a welcoming gesture.
Oh, I was going to stop and, but you are I was going to stop and climb a tree to look down and see.
You can stop and climb a tree, sure.
Yeah, before we get up to them, before we get to where they see us, I want to quietly climb a tree, or maybe Ella Brimborn does, and look down and see what we can see. If this is part of another trap, we want to know where the track's leading, and if there's, if we can see our quarry from here. Do you want to do the get up in the tree, Ella Brimborn, or shall I?
Sure.
You're after all a wood elf, so.
Right. Well, this place is beautiful and wondrous. It shows us how much Iluvatar loved us to create things of such beauty after being in all this barren wasteland and heat.
Well, you don't think a dwarf wants to climb a tree?
That's right,
No.
I don't. But you're welcome to try to do that too.
So roll athletics or stealth.
Stealth would probably be good, right? Because we don't
You
want
can
to
roll
alert
stealth
anybody.
if you want.
I break a bunch of branches going up with a 6.
With a 6, you loudly go up there and make an awareness test.
Yeah, he doesn't.
You too. Make an awareness test.
18.
What the fuck?
How many Gandalfs are you gonna roll tonight?
Let's hope at least 5 more.
You both see a human leg, sticking out of the overgrown brush
And a 6.
to the north of
Or
where
7
these
with that.
creatures are sitting.
Like, and it's not moving kind of leg.
Oh, it is not moving.
Yeah.
Cannibal.
You want to shoot these things? I think we should kill these things now. Can I
avoid them altogether.
all right. Do I know from my shadow lore specialty what something like this would be that eats people and wears a red hat?
You know that there are stories of creatures that live in the Chetwood that poison those who wander into their area and slaughter them.
All right. So I agree with you, Laura. If we can totally go around these guys, we'll do that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Thror is down there looking into the eyes of the guy who's tilting his hat to him. In welcome.
Oh, all right. I shoot the guy tilting his hat. I shoot his head.
No. Yeah, it was before. Yes. There's no point
I shoot his head off.
And stealthily looking at people if you're already there in their face. Scared.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like before, but you were on your reading, and it's like, I'm waiting for you, and I was like, oh, no. It doesn't just get to go along the way the book wants.
No.
We're living in this world.
Yes,
I'm
you
not
are.
stupid. I'm not going to go up to a fucking campfire with a bunch of people in it when I'm looking for somebody. I don't like the idea of an ambush. No.
Okay.
That's what before. You were nowhere fucking... No.
That's fine.
So now we'll stay downwind of them.
All right. What do you do?
We plot a course around where, but that will take us back to the direction the tracks were going in.
Mm-hmm.
And we will stealthily go that way.
You go that way, and you find one of Gorlanc's men lying hidden among the bluebells. The side of his face is covered in blood that gushed from a head wound. And scattered about him are the half-eaten remains of large mushrooms.
So...
Make an awareness check.
We don't want to eat those, I think.
No.
I did pretty good. I got a 22 with the tank.
You are being hunted.
Nice. All right, well, let's wait. I tell everybody, let's wait in ambush for these things to come out, and we'll kill them.
Okay, I got... What is this? 11...
I climb up in a tree again.
16 on my awareness.
16.
I tell them I'll hoot twice like a hoot owl
9... and 7. Yeah, 16.
if I see them, and once like a screech owl if I don't see them.
So he's dead.
That guy's dead.
Gorlanc's mad.
Yeah.
Cast ransack on him for weapons.
Cast ransack. He's got a short sword and a shield.
I'm climbing a tree, getting ready. I told everyone these guys are hunting us.
After I'll hold it carefully by the edges and wipe the handle, though I doubt they poison the shield, and wipe the handle on the shield on the clean grass, and then take the shield.
Okay.
Is it shiny? Is it polished?
It is pretty shiny. Would have caught your attention.
I can use it like a little bit of a mirror to look behind me.
Make an awareness check.
Jesus. That is 19 with 2 tangoos.
19 with 2 tangoos. You see at least 6 of these little guys, and they seem to be red-fleshed as well as wearing red hats, moving through the bluebells with weapons drawn, hunting you.
Oompa Loompas.
They're coming towards us. I think the time is now
Hoo-hoo!
for an opening volley.
Hoo-hoo!
So.
Okay. You're not on that map page.
So, opening volleys.
I'm in the tree.
You're still in the tree?
Well, I told you guys that they were hunting us,
Right,
and I said I would screech twice like
when they got there. Okay.
barn owl and once like a screech owl if they weren't coming. But that's why I hoo-hooed twice because they're coming.
Yes. Okay.
Yep. Opening volleys.
All right. 3. Are you gonna shoot, Thor?
Yeah. I'm going to shoot from the back.
You son of a...
Again?
Yep.
What the hell?
I'm just like when it goes the other way, it's gonna be so
I'll
bad.
wait for Cthulhu to borrow that.
Forest on fire.
12 with the Tengu and the Gandalf.
12 with the Tengu. Their parry is 4, so 16. That misses.
And a Gandalf.
Oh, and a Gandalf. Gandalf hits.
Hits.
So that's damage plus body.
Okay. So 5, 6, 13.
13 points of damage. That severely hurts that one guy, and they are quite annoyed.
Well, fuck them.
That guy's just screeching in agony right there, going, ah! Ah! Ella Brimbor, your shots.
My first shot was a 25 with a Tengu, so that 10 damage. And my second shot was a 17 with no Tengu. So
That
15
hits.
damage to one creature.
To the same creature?
Yeah.
Yep, that's enough. Those 2 shots are enough to kill him.
Those little buggers, huh?
Yep. Alright. Does Claire Stancy
What about Thor?
throw do you have
Really?
any ranged weapons?
Yeah.
He usually doesn't
No.
have ranged weapon.
I don't.
You don't have a bow?
I'm a dwarf.
Lots of dwarves shoot bows.
They do, but I never got a bow. I figured if we had enough people in rearward stance.
You're right. Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, I'm going forward with this.
He's
one.
got a ring, though. I'm going rear.
full balls out.
You're
With my
forward.
long sword.
Thrower,
now.
what stance are you going?
I will use my normal defensive stance.
Defensive, okay. Elbrimbor?
Rearward.
He's in a
Rearward.
tree.
And I want to be calling shots on these little buggers, little blighters.
Nice.
All right. Lorith, where are you going to
Battle
go?
rolls.
Oh, yeah, battle rolls.
Ha ha ha.
Thanks,
Thought you were
Laura.
gonna take that away from us, huh?
Cheat
Not
us.
so fast, sir. Not so fast.
17 with a Tengu.
17 with the Tengu. That's good for 2.
12.
18 no tengus.
18 no Tengus. That gets you 1.
Got an 18 and a Tengu.
That gets you
Nice.
2.
Woo! So that's 5.
5.
Yes.
Okay. That's that. So, Lorith, you're first. Who do you want to attack? Guy you shot?
He's already dead.
Nope.
Yes, he shot him in the head.
No, that's the guy next to him.
I shot
Oh,
a fresh
he
guy.
shot him- Okay. Alright, yeah, the guy I shot. The one who's so agonized. You'll be happy to know it's not a Gandalf. Come on, come on. Alright. Fuck.
Okay, 16 hits. Any Tengu? Yep, what's your damage?
7.
7 points of damage. Alright. He's down. He was down to 4 hit points because you hit him with an arrow before. You killed him. That brings us to Thror.
Alright, so I will
So he hit.
add to these two and attack with my Matic.
Oh no, I see. Where are
I will
the
hit
guys?
the one to the center of me.
Bastards.
And I did not get edge, but 10, 20, 26.
26 definitely hits.
These woozles or something.
14 damage to the center one.
Wood Oakman.
Or 10 damage to the center one.
10 damage. Okay. He's down to 7. You spatter him, his hat falls off. Okay. Ella Brimborn.
I shoot another one from the tree that I'm at right there.
Okay, shoot the guy who's closest to you. Good
Yeah.
shot.
I called shot 27 with a Tengu, so 10 damage and a protection test. Or take
Damage
a wound.
protection. He's got 1 dice of armor. That's 7 on his protection test.
He fails.
He fails, he takes a wound, and is out.
Yes.
These guys run up and are going to try to climb the tree.
That's fine.
I don't need... How much else do I have in there?
This would be nice if Thor would start a fire down on the bottom.
Do you really want to be in a tree that's on fire? Hey, don't you
Yeah.
have fairy lights?
Yeah. But I gotta spend a point of hope to do that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Get up.
I could if we're desperate, but if they're
Yeah,
all
no,
coming after
okay.
me, no problem.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, let's just
I-
Some of them
can-
get up the tree.
I can take them out in a shot. So
on the first
Lorith,
bit.
you don't get hit by anybody because you guys...
they're all coming after me.
They're going to surround Ella Brimborn. I mean, Thror. Thror, you get attacked by 3. They use their swords.
Isn't one of them dead? One of Thor's is dead.
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, you didn't smash that. You just smashed.
I just
16 to hit you.
misses.
That misses. Okay, 7 doesn't hit you. And a 19.
That does hit.
19 does hit. That does 5 points of damage to you.
Alright.
I'm sorry, 4 points of damage. Declare your stances.
Staying defensive.
Rearward again. Unless, is the guy right on me?
They have not managed to climb the tree successfully.
Okay.
And Thror, yours defensive.
Yep.
Yep. Lorith. The guys in front of you are dead. There are a bunch of guys at the base of the tree trying to get to Elebrimborn.
I'm going to go to aid Thror.
You go to aid Thror.
As I do it, I'm going to make sure, as I run to him, I'm going to make sure to stamp on as many fucking bluebells as I can.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know if these have any special connection power, but you know what? Just to make the point.
Sure.
Ella Brimborn sheds a little tear.
You can't hide your deeds under these bluebells, evil little criminals. All right.
They're
so
all part of nature's
the
plan.
nearest, all right, the one that is, first to reach.
First to reach. That's the guy to his south.
That's more like it. That's more like it. Come on, buddy. One more. Good enough. Alright, so that's 20 with a Tengu.
20 with a Tengu, damage plus body.
Oh, wait a minute. I've been...
What?
I forgot I just raised my longsword and I've been rolling one less.
Well, roll.
That's 25 with a Tengu.
Alright. What's the damage?
Could have got another Tengu.
No, sadly not. It's 7.
7 points of damage.
What you said? Did you say damage plus body?
Did you get a Tengu?
No.
Nope.
Yes.
Yes. Damage plus body.
Then it's 15.
15. He's down to 2 points. He looks really bad. As you sliced him and blood splattered against the bluebells.
Blood against the bluebells.
Okay. That brings us to Thror.
What an image.
Alright. I will swing away at the same one that I hit last time. And I did hit a Tengu, so it's a minimal damage. So 18, 20, 28 to hit with the Tengu. So he takes body, right? 6 plus 10, 16 damage.
16 points of damage. You smash him. You hear ribs shatter. And he drops dead.
Oh.
Good.
Nice.
Elebrimborn?
I'm going to do a called shot on the first guy climbing the tree that's the closest to me. I'm going to taunt him. I'm going to like, why so red in the face, little guy? Catch this arrow in your thigh and fall to the ground and die. That's a 25 with a Tengu. So another protection test. 10 damage and protection test.
That's a 6.
All right. That's a wound.
That's a wound. He can't take it. And he drops. Arrow right through his heart. That brings us to them. They're going to try to climb. A couple of them are going to break off from tree climbing. Not that guy. He's dead. That guy attacks Loris. That guy attacks Loris. That guy is dead. I'm moving him out of the way. This guy tries to
shoot that magic arrow in your heart. Shoot that magic arrow. Bum, bum, bum.
Is this what you're looking for?
Yep, it is.
2 arrows around. It's a walk in the park. Celebrimbor unleashes
He
arrows.
magical Sora.
He's hit his
He
mark.
scampers completely up the tree and right up to Celebrimbor on his turn.
Oh.
Damn, little blighter.
But not attack him?
He doesn't get to attack him this round. His whole
Well.
turn was spent climbing the tree.
Well, that's
Oh,
too bad.
so cute. It's so cute how they climb.
Two guys are on you, Lorith.
Yep.
Let's see with their sword. There's a 2.
Nice.
That is a 14 to hit you. What's your parry?
4.
4. So
With a
6 or 4 is 10.
2
so
shield.
nope, you are hit. Let's see. You take 4 points of damage. The other one goes after you. It's an Eye of Sauron.
Oh!
Make a protection test.
Hang on a second. Okay, what's that?
Roll your armor.
Roll my armor. So, 12-sider and 2D.
12-sided in your armor.
Ah, this is when I could have used one of those Gandalfs. I rolled 10.
10? No, you fail. You take a wound and 4 points of damage.
Damn.
As they stab you and slice a major artery. 2 guys are on Thror.
And the other one was 4 points before?
Yep. That is a miss. You easily back them away from you. That's an Eye of Sauron.
Uh-oh.
Protection test.
I'm trying to get an Eye of Sauron
Alright.
for every Gandalf I roll, because that's not fair.
Oh, yeah.
Just gotta tell the odds.
Not as good as it used to be. 7, 6, 11, 12, 13, 20. Oh, 31 protection.
Wow, your armor is good.
With a
You don't take a wound, but you take 4 points of damage.
No.
And that was their turn, so stances.
Rearward.
Staying defensive.
Will open stance help me a little bit?
Yeah, that'll
Okay.
make it 9 instead of 6.
Okay. Open stance.
Open stance. Thror, what's she doing?
I am staying defensive.
Yep, so we start with Lorith.
Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. Which of the ones that hit me is closest?
They're both equally close to you.
Well, let's go for the one that gave me the wound.
Yep. One directly at your 9 o'clock.
Okay. That's not impressive. It's starting to look okay anyway. A Tengu. Alright, so that is 15, 21, 25 with a Tengu.
That hits. You slash into the guts of one of them. What's the damage? Plus body.
That's 15.
15, he's barely alive. Okay. Thror.
Alright, I am going to attack the one. Has one been hit?
There's one been hit. Let's see. That got to your north hasn't, and to your south has been hit. And is
Has
just
been
hanging
hit.
on.
I will hit the one that has been hit. And whoa, 3 Tengus and Edge, so I'm pretty sure he's destroyed.
He rolls
So.
a 6 on his protection test. Tell me what happens.
Oh, I just got him with the Matic, just straight up. His guts
Rip out
spill
his
out
guts,
onto
and
the
you send them
battlefield.
flying across the bluebells.
Yes.
Nice. Ella Brimborn.
I shoot the guy coming up the tree.
Guy up the tree is right next to you.
So I can't shoot him, or I can?
You cannot shoot him.
All right, because I rolled a Gandalf. All right, I'm going to swing at him then.
Okay.
Or what if I is he going to get, if I jump to the ground, does he get a attack of opportunity on me?
No, there's no attacks
you
of
could push
opportunity
him.
in this game.
Yeah, I'm going to kick him. Kick him in his little red face.
Don't you have
Is that
a
like a
sword?
dagger roll?
Yep, that's a dagger roll. You rolled a Gandalf. I'll let you keep that.
Oh, you let me keep it?
Yeah, I'll let you keep the Gandalf.
Okay, all right. So I kick him in his little red face. So does that count as edge too?
Yeah,
That's
that
what you
counts
need
as
for a
edge.
dagger. Is you need a Gandalf to get edge on a dagger. So other than
You
that,
need a
street.
Gandalf to get edge on the dagger, so he gets a 10.
Yeah. So the injury for him is a 12 for a dagger.
12, so, yeah, you kicked him off there, and he lost consciousness, fell, and broke his bones. His
Oh,
neck.
cute.
Presumably his neck was a bone as well.
Yeah.
I almost want to go back to their little camp and see if we can find anything about Gorlanc or anything there.
Okay. Stances. Oh, wait, they get to go. Let's see. This guy's dead. Two of them on Lorith.
One of them barely
Dead,
alive.
dead.
One of them falls back from Lorith and draws a bow.
Draws a bow.
Yep.
Chicken shit.
No, they're better at bows than they are at...
Yeah, he's afraid to face me. Up
15 to hit you.
My parry score with the shield.
13,
of 2.
you're hit. And you are poisoned.
Uh-oh.
What is the shield number about?
Shield adds to your protection test. If you get edge on a die and try to get you.
Okay, I didn't know that when I made my protection test before.
You get 4 points of damage and you're poisoned. Which counts as being weary. 1, 2s, and 3s count as nothing.
Okay.
The other guy goes at you with the sword. That's a 14 to get you. That hits you. You take 4 points of... Oh. 4 plus attribute, 7 points of damage.
Okay, what's my... Why if the... Okay, never mind. So I don't get to make a protection test or anything here.
Nope, you didn't hit
Okay.
edge.
Okay, so you said 7?
7 points of damage because you got a Tengu on that
That
one.
ain't great. You bastards. Alright. How many are left of these?
There are 2 on you and 1 on Thror. He backs away from Thror and is going to shoot a poisoned arrow at him. $15 to hit Thror. Not going to do it. Okay. Ella Brimborn.
I think I already went. I kicked the guy in the face.
Oh, yeah.
So
So
be
it's,
rearward next round.
Stances.
Rearward.
Stance.
Rearward. Open. Thror.
Okay, I'm going to change to open as well.
Yep, Thror, you're first.
Okay, then I am going to rally comrade to try and lift Laura's spirits. inspiration fire for me. I will speak some rousing words to tell Laura that and Labrimborn that they have been the best warriors that a man could have, and we will face these fiends down and destroy them. Take heart and show your mettle. And I roll. Good. 11, 17, and 4. No. 15. No, I'm sorry. 16, 17, 4, 20, and a Tengu.
Nice. How many endurance points do they get back?
For a great success, they get 3 endurance points back.
Well done. Lorith.
Yes.
One guy on you and one guy sniping at you.
Excuse me.
Bless
You said one guy at me and one guy what?
Sniping at you.
What do you mean sniping?
Bow and arrow.
Oh, the bow and
Shooting a
arrow.
bow and arrow.
Well, is he closer to Thor?
Nope. He's further away from everybody.
Can I run up to him and slash him?
Sure.
That's what I'm gonna do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not great. There. Nice. Decent. No. Wait a minute. 4s, 5s, and 6s only count, right?
Yep.
Okay, well that's still not bad. So I got a 3 that didn't count, and then I have 24 with 2 Tengus.
24 with 2 Tengus? That hits. Damage plus 2 times body.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
23. And that is enough to, he had 2 hit points left. How do you want to do this?
he's putting an arrow to the thing in preparation for his next hit. And messes with the string for some reason. It's like, and as he goes to repair it, I just come up and I slice the fucker in half.
Nice.
His bow drops to the ground on one side and his gushing guts on the other.
Nice.
Great to see.
Brimborn.
You go for guts. I shoot an arrow at anyone that is remaining. The sniper, probably.
No, I just killed
She
the sniper.
killed the sniper. There was the guy who was the sword guy who's by Thror. And there's this guy who was with Thror who's also sniping at him.
Oh, yeah, that's who I want. The sniper.
The other sniper. Oh.
Yeah, the other sniper. So I did a called shot and got a 25 and a Tengu. So 10 damage and a wound test.
Damage.
Piercing blow. Injury of 14.
Got a 10. Not good enough.
All right. He's a dead man. Dead fairy.
Dead Oakman. Yep, he's dead. Good job, Ella Brimborn. One guy left. He attacks Thror. He gets an Eye of Sauron. Make a protection test.
Damn.
Can he use a thing?
For what?
A battle for the protection test. Can he use a Benny?
Yeah.
Use a couple bennies for this.
Alright, I will use a couple.
Yep.
Should have done it myself, but I did not.
I am pretty good. 12, 22, and 5 is 27 plus oh, 38.
38, you are good. You take 4 points
Jesus.
of damage.
It's brutal.
Two Tengus. Yeah, I buffed my armor, so protection tests are a little better for me.
A little.
Yeah.
Stances.
Rearward again.
A rearward this time.
Defensive.
Yep. So Thror.
Oh, Solomon.
Okay.
So,
5, swinging away with Matic. I did not hit edge, no Tengus, but 12 and 6, 18 and 5, 23 to hit, so 10 points of damage.
He does not look very good. As you slash him, he goes flying over the bluebells before hitting the ground. But
these
he lands on
bluebells
his
are
feet.
real.
Lorith.
Okay.
One guy left.
I'm in defensive stance.
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I go up to him and I will attempt to take him out. Oh, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. That counts. That counts. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. I got 10 with a Tengu.
10 with the Tengu.
The rest of two.
No,
Should've used
that's
the
not gonna
battle
hit.
It's up to you, Ella Brimborn.
All right. Called shot on the last guy. I did not get a Tengu, so I missed him.
You missed him. He attacks Lorith.
I'm in
Sorry.
defensive stance.
Yep. A 16 to hit you. Defensive stance is 12 plus your parry. Your parry is 4.
Yeah.
He just hits you. You take 4 points of damage.
Gotta get this guy.
Okay. Stances.
Rearward again.
Staying defensive.
I'm defensive.
Yep. Thror.
Alright, one more shot.
Yeah.
Ooh. 10, 16. And does an 18 hit?
18 hits.
Thank goodness. 10 damage.
10 damage. Let's see where he was at. He's at 7, and that is the end of him.
Bump, bump, bump.
Oh, we must be getting weary. Taking a lot of damage.
My friends, I think that those arrows may have contained some drug or poison. I feel wearier than I should.
I try to heal Lorith of the poison.
Healing.
Go for the heal.
Yeah. Can we use any of the battle die left?
No, that's not for healing.
Well, we have other die, right?
You do have a fellowship point.
Alright, I will use a fellowship point.
Yeah, because I'm not doing great.
I can try to heal someone. I only got a 2 in it.
Awesome.
Well, I'll go for him after, and if I don't make it, you can, or something like that. How are you doing?
No, I think I'm pretty good.
I didn't take any damage because I was in a tree.
That's
I got
oh, that's good.
Coward.
15 and 11. 29 with 2 Tengus.
Whoa, nice.
Yeah, you are no longer poisoned,
Good. So I
and your wound is treated.
Okay, so I can take away the weary.
Yes.
Thank goodness for the elves. They've
But I
taught
can
me
take away
well.
the endurance loss.
Right.
Okay. So no one else needs healing? I've got 3 boxes.
I did not take a wound. I'm just suffering endurance
Oh, the straight ones.
as usual.
You get your heart score back, favorite heart score back after half an hour of rest.
Yeah, we need to rest, definitely.
Heart back.
Favorite heart.
Heart.
Okay. Well, that'll help.
Alright. Not great, but not down too much. Must be getting old.
No, it's probably
Taking more.
just the cares of fatherhood.
Mm.
Yeah. You can see the gray hairs
Careless.
coming in.
Careless.
Cool. You stop here in camp, or are you gonna move on?
We searched them looking for any notes or messages or coin.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to their. I figure we're not that far from their camp. I'm going to go back and look at the dead people and see if I can find anything about Gorlanc from the Oakman's camp.
You find about 2 dead men of Gorlanc's camp.
Okay.
Perhaps we should.
Any points of treasure?
No.
I feel that resting would be wise, but I do not feel that it's wise to rest here among the bluebells where more of these loathsome creatures may return.
Yeah, we can't let Gorlanc escape, so maybe we should look for signs where he might be.
Surely he's pressed on.
I can try to use the speakers on the ground and talk to the path, and maybe
it's just
talk to the grass and the pebbles and see if I can
it's not even
ascertain from them, like through.
Getting dark when we're...
Oh, did it? So it's getting dark. It's
okay, well. I'll see if I can pick up the trail, but maybe we could find a better place and rest the night through, and then pick up their trail in the morning. I mean, again.
Yeah, you guys can rest and I can look, because I didn't get injured, so I can look. I can, like I said, I can speak to the pebbles and the grass on the path and see if I can.
So we'll both
determine if anyone's traveled past here soon, like through a riddle or something through the.
He's gonna do that. I'm gonna do a hunting roll to see if I can find the tracks and the general direction as well, so that maybe we can pick it up in the morning. I'm not weary anymore. Oh, nice. So that helps. 17.
17.
Okay.
You find the tracks.
Okay. And they're pointing...
Heading southeast.
And how many?
It looks like 3 sets of tracks.
3 sets of tracks, Gorlanc and 2 humans?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I relay that information. So... perhaps we should follow the tracks for a while longer until we come to a safer place to rest.
Sounds good.
So I'll be doing the tracking, and they can look out for a place that's safer to rest.
Sure. Make a survival roll.
All of us.
Whoever wants to try to find a place for camp.
Along the trail of tracks.
What is survival?
It's not a skill?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any talent for...
hunting or explore? Maybe explore?
Or search.
I'll give you explore.
I have 2.
That's
And
what
explore.
I had too, so I wouldn't be any better. So I might as well keep on with the tracks. Right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm just following another.
But lookout would be
Awareness.
awareness. Okay. We'll do awareness. So my awareness roll is 9 and 7. 16 on an awareness roll.
Yep. There doesn't seem to be anything coming at you. You see some deer. You see a bear or two. Ella Brimborn, do you want to make the explorer roll to find a campsite?
Sure. It's a pretty crappy campsite. I got an 8.
It is indeed. It is very muddy, but it is a campsite in the hollow of some trees. Not far from water.
Nice.
We'll keep it a cold campsite so as not to attract anything else, if possible. It's not that cold out.
Night goes by. No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, we'll get up before dawn. To
you get 2 hit points back during the night.
Yay! That's good.
On the second day of your journey into the Chetwood, you encounter one of the various nameless streams across the forest. The land has been falling steadily for some time now as the wood gets nearer to the Midgewater marshes, and the water of the creek splashes noisily among mossy rocks. By sunset, the breeze whispering among the trees begins to be tainted by the reek of the marshes to the east. As you scramble down a treacherous slope, at its bottom you see a pond of dark water, fed by the swift-running stream. A large patch of terrain close to the nearest shore looks like it was freshly turned. Dimly you hear voices crying and shouting as if from deep underground.
What time is it?
It's about 11.
No, I mean in real time.
Oh, in real time, it's 8:33.
This is a good time for a little.
Yep, at this time we'll take a 10-minute break as we reach the voices in the marshes.
Sounds good.
Very good.
just went for the stairs. You didn't go after Mormon. You didn't go explore the rest of the level.
Those damn characters keep it on track with their mission. How annoying, huh?
Yep.
I was gonna go back and go after Mormon, but you know.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Low, low.
Hello. I'm glad somebody was excited about the fight with the Balrog.
With the what?
The Balrog.
Oh yeah. I think everybody was, but Mary's like, run, run, run.
Run, you fools, run.
So what'd you think of all that train I sent you?
I absolutely love it.
Isn't that awesome?
I absolutely love it. I can't
You
wait.
can use it as is, or I don't know. I kind of did a hasty note with a bunch of stuff in there, but I mean,
My brother-in-law is going to show me how to use my air gun for painting, so...
oh, brilliant. Yeah, just base coat it with just base coat it with some black, and Dwarven Forge has a lot of videos on YouTube as to how to paint like dungeon stuff. Stefan Picorni like does the go through like to show you how to like dry brush and all that stuff. But if your brother-in-law knows how to even do stuff with air painter, then just go from there.
Yeah. And That wasn't the only Dwarven Forge. My mom also got me some Dwarven Forge.
Some stuff too.
Yeah, she got me the
Cool.
game room, assembled, painted, put together dungeon room.
Nice. Fantastic. Yeah, and you can either just use the tiles alone, or those walls can just be like barriers between you, and the board, just for like artistic elements to have, the wall kind of there for the players to look at to get the sense. You could build it, 360 all the way around it or whatever kind of thing, but you could just do it as a backdrop kind of thing. But
yeah, I'm used to seeing it done 360 on Critical Roles, so
yeah. But that the gamer room, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's got some good starting stuff, because that's like from the Dungeon of Doom line, right?
Yeah,
Kind of thing. It's got like Zaltar's throne and all that stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you could try to paint the other stuff like, the same kind of paint routine or whatever, so it all kind of matches.
Yeah.
Because some of that stuff I do put it in with the other stuff. It's not quite the correct dimensions. It's a little bit bigger for the floor space than their 2x2 square thing. It's a little bit bigger, but you can still use. And then I just gave you a bunch of random junk just to give you ideas of how you can just use free stuff to make your own stuff. You know what I mean? Make your own terrain.
Yeah. I love it.
I do that all the time. If there's not something out there and I want it, I make it out of toothpicks and chopsticks or whatever.
Mary's niece has got a bunch of stuff too, a lot of gray paints and other little items that would work well, and so she's gonna come over and bring a bunch of stuff over to see what I want. Yeah.
Even beads, you can just use beads and make stuff out of that as well. So
cool. All right. Everybody ready for return to the game?
Yep.
Yeah, sorry, I had to feed the cat. He's been having a head cold, so I have to wash his dishes a lot more.
And welcome back to the company of the Whiskey Drinking Bear. When we left off our players, they had gone down a hill in the very claustrophobic forest of the Chetwood, finding an area near a dark pond that seems to have been recently worked over, and from it they hear voices calling.
What kind of voices?
Human voices calling out for help.
can I do some kind of insight, or like I have this power of the speakers where I can talk to nature and stuff like that. So like if I talk to the road, it's like a riddle, or I can use like insight on a babbling brook or something like that. Can I speak to the pond or the water and tell me whether or not this is like a trap? Something's lurking in the shadows to ensnare us.
Sure.
Something's hungry or something like that. What kind of roll do you want me to do? A riddle or a insight or okay. Shit. Eye of Sauron.
Eye of Sauron. You start thinking about it, and the ground falls away beneath you, and you are immediately covered by badgers as the ground disappears around you, and you are trapped in a tunnel built by the badgers.
Jesus Christ. What did you see happen?
Is it honey badgers, or I can't tell because all the dirt? I can't tell
It
how.
happened too quickly.
Wow.
Now you're with two dirty, starving guys down there.
Damn.
Dirty, starving guys?
Dirty, starving guys. There are two guys down there who are dirty and starving.
All right. Well, I'm like, hey guys, you look dirty and starving. I can't help you on the dirty part, but can I offer you some food? What happened?
Yes, absolutely.
What's going on?
Food would be great.
Here's a little water, a little lembas bread. It'll fill you up. Don't eat too much.
They eat too much.
Oh, that's the most fatal mistake.
We got stuck under the earth in dark tunnels. So dark we can't even see each other or anything else.
Oh my gosh!
Well,
All right.
Our master led us into the Chetwood, but when we lit up a fire by the pool, when the ground opened up swallowing us, he must have managed to escape somehow.
Ask him
Who's
who the
he?
master is.
Yeah. So is your so how's Gorlanc doing?
We're not sure.
Gorlanc.
He either escaped, or he might be here listening to us betray him right now. The master
You're not.
delights in cruel
We're all
tricks like that.
We're all friends here. You're not betraying him. You want me to roll a deception or something?
Roll a persuade check. Persuade check, yeah.
13.
Did you hear that? They say. Did you hear and you hear that? Make an awareness check.
All of us, or
Nope, just him.
19. Yes, I think I did. 19. I rolled a 19.
You hear sniffing and raking of the earth with claws.
It's bad.
You see blinking eyes looking out through the walls at you. Meanwhile, up above...
Awareness check?
Nope.
Nope.
You suddenly smell the fragrance of pipeweed.
Pipeweed?
And looking about you, you see a gray-cloaked figure who's apparently been among you for quite a while, sitting on a tree stump.
Oh, must be Burlius.
Is it,
Oh, I can't be. I'm not there.
It is not Radagast.
Is it...
tis Gandalf?
It is indeed Gandalf the Grey.
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
How have you come
Here.
to be here?
Well met, my friends. It seems that Butterbur knew what he was saying for once.
What do you mean?
I was in Bree looking for news about the escape of Gorlanc, when Barnabas Butterbur, the innkeeper of the Prancing Pony, informed me about you and your mission.
Sorry. Yes, well...
Unfortunately for you, I am quick to confirm that Gorlanc is indeed not trapped underground with his men.
No.
I found tracks before I came here, leading out from where the wood ends and the marshes begin.
Oh.
It seems he fled east from here, reached the borders of the marshes, and then turned south. You need to take it from here and find out where he went. I can deal with the badgers and the sorcerer's clueless minions here, so you won't need to tarry any longer.
Yes, it seems he's alone. He lost several of his men with those red-faced creatures that beset us.
The Bluebell Wood Oak men, yes, they are quite nasty.
Yes, they took down 2 of his men. But, where is the elf disappeared to?
I believe he has been captured by the badgers.
Well, do you think you could get him out?
Of course I can get him out. Do you doubt my power, Ranger?
No, not against a badger. Hell no.
But I need your advice. What should be done with Gorlanc's men once I get them out?
They are likely enslaved I think that a little mercy, compassion, and seeing them to the borders of the land with a severe promise that they will do no harm again and leave this land would be good. If they come back, then their lives are forfeit.
It's close to what I was thinking.
Or strip them naked and send them on their way.
That sounds a little bit more fun, yes.
It's a little less merciful. But
I was planning to frighten them out of their wits and then set them free with an oath not to trouble anyone ever again.
well, how about questioning? Perhaps you would question them first. You might get more information. If they're trapped below a friend, he might have already questioned them, though. Let him test their mettle.
Okay.
Elves are good at judging mercy to a fine
And he
point.
taps his staff to the ground, and the earth parts open like just as if it was top of a package peeled away, revealing the elf and the two men down in the dirty tunnel.
I lend them each a hand up.
Well, hello there.
Hello, Elder Brimborn. I owe a big debt to the Badger folk for the little trick they played on Gorlanc. Blessed be their grimy paws.
Yes, I
The sorcerer was
agree.
fleeing with such haste that he left something behind. I found this at the borders of the marshes. From a fold in his cloak, he draws a silver sickle. After looking at it for one long moment, as if lost in thought, he hands it to you. This is not of the sorcerer's own making. He must have dug it out of some barrow in the north. Maybe you'll find it useful.
Can I look at it? Can I look at it? I've just taken some skills in this in my last fellowship phase, and maybe can determine what it is.
He's so eager.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
Meanwhile, I'll question them.
I can study an ancient craft.
Sure, make a lore roll.
All right.
You're doing his accent different every time you play him. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do.
You may roll an additional success dice.
The many shades of Gandalf the Grey.
So I will roll. It's good. I need extra dice because my got a 1 on the 1. Still might not be good. 16 with a Tengu.
16 with the Tango. This is known as the Gardener's Sickle. It's a silver blade that never dulls. It was made by the elves long ago. You can use it as a divining rod to a dowsing rod to locate something particular that you're looking for.
Ooh.
Something natural, not like a person.
What do you mean?
Oh,
Water?
Like herbs to heal somebody, or
specific herb,
Okay.
water,
spider.
spider. So
Excellent.
So you part from Gandalf.
Wait a minute.
Thank you,
wait a minute.
Gandalf.
Oh, okay.
I question the guys since I.
It's
asked
called the
them
garden
question.
sickle.
Are these guys? Were these the gist of it is? Were they loyal to Gorlanc? Was it why were they with him?
He offered us gold and power.
And now that you've seen the power that what his power gets you, how do you feel about that?
I feel frightened. I've betrayed what I know to the Grey Wizard. He'll come after me.
He won't.
Bless you.
Flush.
If you're shown mercy, thank you. If you're shown mercy, will you will you learn the lessons? You know, of not to follow such evil again.
Yes, certainly.
Well,
I was always wanting to visit Rohan.
I pull out the garden sickle and say, "What was your former master, using this for?"
He was using it as a dowsing rod to find a specific root.
What route?
Did he discuss what he was going to do with the root?
No, he kept his own counsel.
Well, I will.
That is well said.
The people of Rohan take ill to deception, so visit there if you will, if Gandalf allows. But be warned that if you try such evil again, they will have no such patience and mercy as we have shown.
And there's badgers everywhere on Middle Earth.
Oh, not the badgers!
Yes, with their little beady eyes and their sharp claws.
Well, you're lucky you fared well with them.
I need to get away from the badgers! And they take off running.
I was going to say, Gandalf will leave them in your hands to do with that you will.
He just kind of smiles and smokes his pipe.
Okay, well, I guess we have our marching orders. Unless Gandalf has any healing he wants to bestow.
No.
Thanks, Gandalf.
You wouldn't happen to have a good draft that might restore some of our endurance, though.
No, unfortunately, I do not.
Mm.
Would you like to smoke some Old Toby with me, Master?
I would, but the circumstances are dire. You must
Then we
go out after Gorlanc.
Then we should save it for another time.
Another time. A happier time.
We can't be hasty with Old Toby.
That is true.
All right.
So following the directions given by Gandalf, make a hunting roll.
Celebrimbor gets a 15.
15.
It's 23 with a tango.
You and Lorith beat you to it to find the tracks. And they are heading southwest toward Bree.
Oh, doubling back.
There must be something in Bree.
It's just him now, right?
Just him.
All right. Well, I'm keeping close on the tracks. You guys keep aware.
Do we have enough time to tell Gandalf or me send a field mouse or something back to him to let him know that Gorlanc's going back to Bree? Unless you think he'd know that already, but
He already knows that.
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Information is power in Middle Earth, that's for sure.
Especially if it's sent by field mouse.
So you
Yes.
travel for the rest of the day, and then night comes upon the land.
And how close are we by then?
You should reach Bree by morning. In the morning.
And what if we take a rest?
If we travel all night or if we camp.
There's no guarantee you'll find his probably following his
well,
prints in the dark.
what do you mean?
No guarantee you'll be able to follow his tracks in the dark.
If the moon's up, I won't have a bad time. But we'll take a rest. Look out for a good campsite.
You pursue him okay, you find a good campsite. Make a explorer roll.
And I note where the tracks are heading off as I go in.
I got a 9 this time. It's a little drier than the last time.
Hang on, I'm gonna help. I've got 2 boxes. That's 18.
18, you find a much better campsite than the Berkey Pond filled with badgers that Celebrimbor is sitting in.
Badgers don't hang out at ponds.
Oh, it's muddy, and the badgers are in
There's
the
probably-
in the mud.
There's probably a lot of, bullfrogs croaking over there.
Right.
It's too
Grubs.
noisy. I want some rest. Let's go over here.
Yep. You have a good rest. You heal 2 points.
Yay. When does my wound go away?
When you heal.
Oh, when I heal all the way?
Yep.
Okay, I forget. It's so many games, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just can't keep all the different wound systems straight.
When you've healed on your fellowship?
During the fellowship, you heal, but she took a wound from the red hat guys.
Gotcha. I would have
You
healed.
treated it.
You treated it, but it's still there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I also took substantial damage. I took like 20 points of damage in that battle. So,
So in the course of the morning, you pursue Gorlanc across the Breland, but to no avail. You find a few more tracks, enough to convince you that Gorlanc passed this way, but the sorcerer cannot be found. What do you do?
I'm going to listen for rumor of the earth, putting my ear to the ground to see if I can detect where he might have gone. That way,
Yep.
listening to all that is passing. I can do it once per day.
You listen to the earth, and it seems that he has gone beyond Bree. They're out the other side. Heading eastward.
I tell my companions, so we'll have to go and continue on, and
Is he traveling alone now, or
Yep.
can you tell that?
He's
yes,
traveling alone.
he's traveling alone.
Yeah, I just make sure you didn't pick someone else up, or
Nope, not yet. So, we'll go and try and pick his tracks up on the other side of Bree.
Yep.
Hunting
Go
row?
to the other side of Bree.
Hunting row?
Mm-hmm.
he must be really worried after you took down that Balrog. I got a 16 hunting.
Oh, that's better than I got. I got a 13.
There is no, only a couple hobbits walking by, and they're saying, the Undertrees of Stato didn't invite anyone to their midsummer feast. They usually invite half the village. This is quite unforgivable. And they keep on walking.
Wait, I follow them and I say, wait, my friends. I'm sorry, I overheard your conversation.
Mm-hmm.
What happens? That
The Undertrees, who own the apple orchard, they didn't invite anybody to their midsummer feast. They usually invite half the village, but this year they invited nobody. It's quite a tradition.
that's very strange.
It is.
Oh,
Have they have
can you
had
point us in a
odd
direction of
visitors
their...
recently?
I don't know, but Matt Wolfoot, one of the serving boys at the Undertree Smile, has developed a crippling fear of both Bigfoot and trees, and presumably big trees. The Wolfoots have sent him to stay with cousins in the Shire until his nerves are fixed.
Could you give us directions to their home? We want to make a call on them and make sure they're okay. The Staddles. I mean the Undertrees.
Undertrees?
Yes. I have a hunch.
Okay. They give you directions.
Shall we, gentlemen?
Yeah.
It's at least
Yep.
worth an investigation. He might use some people that he considers lesser as a front or beard, and who knows, enthrall them. Or maybe they're just pissed off at all their neighbors. It's possible. So we go cautiously. They have an orchard, so there's lands around, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll enter cautiously and use awareness to see if anything seems amiss as we enter the orchard. And we certainly won't go around the front to the house.
After the Wolfwood tragedy, I'll be looking at the trees and stuff like that as we go along to see if any of them are diseased or tainted or anything like that.
We're just looking for signs of
Blight,
strangeness. Yeah.
shadow, or the blight.
I got a 16 with a Tengu.
16 with
Awareness.
Tango.
Yeah.
The
else?
apples in the forest, in the orchard, are extremely large. And on top of the smell, there is a huge tree that rustles oddly, and not always when the wind blows. The roots on the surface seem to twist and writhe as if in pain.
Ella Brimborn, look at this tree. Don't you think that's strange?
Yes, I try to look at it more closely or use my again my speakers to speak to the tree.
Speak to the trees. Come on, Laura.
Say, old man apple tree, what's going on with you?
I must alert my master. There
You don't need.
strangers about. And he goes
You don't-
silent.
All right. All right. Well, the apple tree just alerted its master, so it's a sentinel.
Okay.
Make haste to the house.
Yep.
Full steam.
Mm-hmm.
To the house?
Yep.
House.
Okay. You rush in. There are several windows along the ground level, and
What
there
kind of a house
is there's the front door, the
We're
great
gonna
front
go
door of the under. Or are you gonna go around to
Oh,
the back
we're gonna
door?
go around the back.
Going around to the back door.
I'll go to the front.
I'll
Cover both.
handle the front as well.
Okay, I'll go to the back.
You go to the back.
Last time we took the back door, we ran into the ball.
There are 3 thugs standing out that open the back door and smile as you're standing there as they draw swords on you.
We dashed to them.
Surrender.
I just smash them with my Matic.
Nope, it's
You're
only
in the
Lorith
front.
there. You're in the front.
Only
Oh, I
Lorith in
thought
the
you said
back.
front.
I hoot twice
Twice.
like an owl and draw my fucking sword.
I know exactly what's going on. We need to go to the back, Thor.
We dash to the back.
On our next turn.
Okay, move these guys out of here.
Human thugs, right?
Human thugs. Pull up. There we go. There's Matt Damon.
You made Matt Damon one of the thugs.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's all 3 thugs.
Well, I hope it's not a picture from the burn identity.
No, it's from The Wall.
Okay. I would prefer downsize, frankly, at this point, But whatever.
Draw.
I still haven't seen that. We gotta see that.
Draw shape.
Town size.
Here is the spiel wall. Here are them coming out of there. Declare a stance.
I will take open stance.
You take open stance? Okay. It's your go.
Good thing he was by himself.
Come on. That's better. Alright, that's not beautiful, but let's see, that's 3, 10, 21 with a tango.
21 with the Tengu definitely hits.
Yes.
What's damage plus body?
That would be 15.
15, that drops this guy. The other two come at you.
Of course they do. Hey, wait a minute. Battle roll?
They caught you by surprise.
Okay. Not really, but yeah, I get it. I mean, that's why I went to the back door, but yeah, I didn't expect them there. I suppose that's true. But I knew that something was up. Yeah, a total surprise.
Oh yeah, they did give me the stat box for these guys. I think they did. Yep, they did give me the stat book. Okay. So they will go at you with their... They have axes.
Son of a bitch. They're not demoralized that I just dropped one of them?
Nope. They got a 15. So 9 plus 4 is 13. That hits you. You take 5 damage. Other one goes at you. Ow.
I'm in open.
That's 25.
Ouch.
And that deals 13 damage.
Oh! On top of what?
On
5.
top of 5.
Oh. And there's
Got
There's
2
nothing I
tangoos
can
on that.
do?
No.
Is there anything I can spend?
You can fall back, which means you don't get an action on your next turn, but you take half the damage.
Definitely want to do that.
Yeah, I have to.
Okay.
Pretty
You don't
much.
get your action for the next.
Okay,
You
so-
fall back.
So
So without
what's the damage that I take from both of them altogether? The first one was
The first one
four?
you took
Four,
was
5.
4. No, it was 5.
18,
I'm sorry.
18 total.
And you take 9. Would have taken 9 for the second one, so 9 plus 5, 13 total.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So without metagaming, I say to Thor, do you want to go help Laura? She just hooted twice like a barn owl. Or do you want to run into the house? I think one of us should go into the house and one go help Lorith.
Your call. Just decide where you want to go.
What's that?
Decide and tell me what you're doing.
I'm going in the house. You go help Laura.
All right, I will help.
Because that's what I was thinking of doing beforehand. Now that I know she's dying, metagame wise, I'd run around the side, but I thought it'd be smart for one of us to go in the house.
Yeah.
That's fine. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Well, do you want to go in the house?
Presence of mind to hoot.
Do you want to go in the house? You want to go in the house because you're more powerful. You'll be able to break the door down easier than mine would be.
You have like.
That's why I said you decide. I can go either direction. If you tell me go to the house, if you say run to the back, I'll run to the back.
All right, you go through the house. I'll run to the back.
All right.
Yep.
That's the plan.
The door is locked.
I will use a craft roll to unlock it if I can.
Yep. Make a craft roll.
Okay. Should be doable. 15, 5, 21. 21, no tingus.
The great front door of Undertree Smeel is rarely opened, except for weddings, funerals, and birthday parties. Everyone goes in and out the side door. It is ceremonially opened once a year when the first bottles of cider are brought out and distributed to the villagers of Stattle. Albert Undertree, there's a key to the front door. He has a key to the front door, and can give it to you if it be, but you are already inside. So you go through 5. There is a hallway in front of you, which leads into a great hall.
Okay, I will head to the Great Hall.
It's a long tunnel, runs all through the ground floor of this meal. Its ceilings are tall enough for a man to stand upright, and there are plenty of windows looking outwards at the front yard. That is what you get to do on your turn. Ella Brimworm is making an athletics roll to see how far you get.
Do well. I know.
Athletics, 9, 7, 16, and 2. 18, no Tengu.
18 for Ella Brimworm?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were right.
Oh, you mean athletics to see how fast I can run?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were still talking to Thor about him running through the house.
Run fast, run far.
I'm trying. All right. So that would be 16.
You can make it to the corner of the house where you can see the action and launch an arrow. On this turn.
Well, that's good.
On this turn?
Yep.
Okay. I'll shoot Matt Damon right here.
Cool. You shoot him
and I'm going to do
a rearward. So, Lorith, what stance are you going to take?
Defensive.
Defensive? Okay. You're first.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't take an action though this round.
He could shoot.
He can take an action. Well, not for this. For
Okay.
the round that passed. This is
Okay.
part of the round of him
So
running
he
around.
gets okay. What you said, the way you said it when you said he could run there and then put an arrow in was confusing because it meant it.
That's part of this round.
I have a woodland bow that allows me to take an additional volley when not allowed.
Okay, so you can take 2 volleys on this turn.
All right. Oh, can I take it when I was running around the building, though?
That's happening right now.
Oh, okay. All right.
As Lorith is doing her thing.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
All right. So, yeah, I'll hit the next guy. All right. 21 with 2 Tengus.
That hits. Damage plus 2 times your body.
Plus 8, that's 23.
23, that kills Matt Damon.
Oh.
So, there's one for you.
He had a promising career as a mathematician, too.
Don't we all?
Ella Brimborn, your turn. There is one left.
No.
All right. I'm really pissed. I'm going to do 2 called shots on Matt Damon.
Okay.
I got a double Tengu on that one,
Nice.
so that might finish him up. But so that's going to be a injury test for him, and that was a 19 to hit.
Okay, that hits, and it's not good for him. He got a 4 on his protection test.
Okay, so
How do you want
so
to
he's
do
got
it?
a wound. He's got a wound, and he's going to take 17 damage.
Either of those would have killed him.
All right.
How do you want
So
to do it?
this how do I do it? I pierce him straight through his ear, and it comes out his other ear perfectly.
Nice.
He looks like he's got one of those. Looks like he's got one of those fake arrow through his head, like Steve Martin, but it's actually real. And it's so surgically clean, you can't even tell that he bled or anything like that.
So he can't bind my wounds or give me any endurance back because I don't have an extra wound.
Right.
Yeah, so I can try to heal her next turn.
Well, I didn't take a wound,
Oh, okay.
but I've lost a lot of endurance. A lot.
Okay.
Most.
All right, follow me. I will you take up the bow and the
Do you
rearward,
have
and
do you have
I will
any
take.
heartening words or anything? Do you have any like that can give me back anything?
Yeah, sure. I can do inspire or song. I can do a song.
That would be good. Just to
All
get
right.
me so I can get through that door without falling down.
Sometime you need a little help from your friends.
Yep.
Well, that was pretty good. So song roll, I got a 22.
Song roll 22. Nice.
So I think what that means, I don't know. It depends on what the success. Oh, TN. I don't know what the
16.
16. All right. So that's a success, and to make it a great success. Oh, it's because I got a Tengu, so a great success. So that would be 3 endurance recovered.
That helps.
I like follow behind. Thor's trying to make his way into the front.
If you go in, and there is a door to your right, a door to your left, and up ahead you see the room that has the cider press in it.
We'll listen.
I definitely go for. If it was me, I'd go straight for the cider press. But I'm Ella Brimborn. So.
Let's each listen at the doors and see what we can hear. So is that an awareness test?
Yep. Awareness test at each of the doors.
See if we can find
You
Thor.
take the left, I'll take the right, and let's listen and see what we hear.
All right. I got a 20 awareness on the left.
20 on the awareness to the left.
Let's see.
There is no sound coming from the left. Maybe some mice.
23 and a Tengu.
You hear the
Right.
sound of bubbling fluids.
On the right?
Yep. And the sound of hissing of a flame.
They don't boil cider. I'm gonna slowly try the door,
It opens.
sword drawn, and look through.
Inside seems to be some kind of laboratory.
Is there anyone in it?
There isn't, but the other side there is a door.
Let's see what lies beyond this door, Ella Brimborn.
Sounds good.
We may need to come back the other way and listen
There's
to
a
your
door,
voice, but
and it goes a little bit further in and turns to the right, and there is a door to your right.
listen to that. What do we hear? Another awareness roll?
Nope, you don't even need to roll. You hear laughter.
Okay.
Meanwhile, upstairs,
I
there
hate when
is
I'm
a
left off the
hallway to your right, Thor. And up ahead, there is the side door.
I will take the hallway to the right then.
It goes down to a winding passage where you can go up or down.
High down. Whoa. Up. I will go down.
You go down. To the lower level, you come out into a common room where there are 3 guards. No,
Oh,
2
yeah.
guards.
You can always go back and shut the door.
No, I'll attack the first one. Full out. Unless I can get a battle die to surprise him.
Nah, you were surprised as they are.
Okay.
So you both.
They're gathered around a table playing cards, and you charge into the room.
Okay. Charge in the room. Smash the first guy.
Attack.
Attack. 9, so I hit edge, and 1 Tengu. So that's 19, 20, 25, 20, not 9, and 32 with the Tengu.
Wow. He got a 14 on his protection test.
He fails.
He fails, so your medic smashes his skull and he drops with his chair to the ground.
And this probably happened pretty fast. This has got to be pretty scary for the other guy.
Other guy leaps up, but he is a professional mercenary, and swings at you with his axe.
Okay.
$17 to hit you.
That is what he needed.
That's what he needed. You take, let's see, he's attribute 4, 9 points of damage.
Ouch.
It's your
Okay.
turn.
Alright, I will swing away at that guy. I am in defensive still. As is my norm. 3 Tengus.
Woo.
18, 20, 21, 26 to hit with 3 Tengus. I did not hit edge.
Yeah, that hits.
So 18 plus 10, 28 points of
Which is
damage.
exactly twice the amount of endurance that he has. And you shatter his ribs. The broken rib pierces his heart, and he dies. Meanwhile, you guys are hearing laughter from behind the door.
So do we get battle rolls? Because he's busy laughing and doesn't hear us.
If you plan on fighting in this narrow hallway, yes. But you don't know what's behind the door.
Oh, don't I?
Thinks they're supposed to
Somebody
die.
to fight.
I agree.
There's somebody to fight behind the door.
So you fling it open?
I'm saying we know that somebody's laughing. It's not going to be a hobbit that we hear from here.
But you don't know what it looks like behind the door.
No, but I know it's a foe.
Right.
So battle die.
You don't. Battle die is for knowing the terrain.
Well, we're in a smile.
Mm-hmm. So you're okay. So I'm gonna raise the difficulty to 18.
Okay. Oh, I can't find my battle. Okay, 3. All right. I got 16 with a Tengu.
16 with the Tengu.
12.
12. Nope. No battle die.
Damn it. How many regular party die do we have left?
Let's take a look.
Kick the door open.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, Ella Brimborn?
Yes. Kick the door open.
You kick the door open. What stance are you in?
I am in defensive stance, and I say, how come I didn't get a party invite?
I'm in rearward with my bow drawn to shoot anything in the room that I need to shoot.
And I got my shield raised. One-handing my sword.
I didn't take the time to get the picture of Gorlanc, so I'm just going to use Gandalf for the villain.
I can't kill Gandalf.
It's not Gandalf.
It's just an incredibly vital simulation.
I almost thought that the Gandalf in the woods was just that sorceress again, mimicking someone else, but I wasn't there. I was with badgers.
You kick the door open and he goes, "Stop, adventurers. If you come and kill me, the Hobbit girl will die. I am the only one who knows the antidote to the poison I gave her."
Cool, I'm killing him.
I release my arrow. I'm in rearward.
I haven't seen any Hobbit girl or whatever. It sounds like a ramblings of a
And he looks
madman
the part
to
of
me.
it. He is all ragged. His shoes are torn apart. He looks like if Gandalf had been mugged.
This is
and left in
Gorlanc
dirt
or
for
somebody
20
else?
years. This is Gorlanc.
If you have such worry for the girl, then tell us what the antidote is now, and perhaps we'll spare your life.
There's no negotiation. You leave me or she dies.
I release my arrow.
I don't think there's a girl, and I don't think he's had time to poison a girl because we had him on the lamb the whole time. So this guy's just
I'm sure
bullshitting.
I don't feel that way, but I don't see that he's.
Ella Brimborn attacks first.
Yeah. Sweet. I got 3 Tengus on this motherfucker.
Oh.
But I mean, I still could miss him. I guess 23.
23. That's gonna hit.
All right. So that is going to be 20 damage.
20 damage. How do you want to do this?
Question about the antidote first.
Well,
No,
I'm
he
gonna.
went in for the attack.
Yeah.
Damn.
I
didn't
go-
mean damn that. Damn that I didn't get a chance to get him.
I slash him. I slash him right down the front of his face and skull. So I go from the top of his skull straight down through his chin, and he kind of teeters back and forth. There's no face on him, and his brain just kind of like flops out, but it's still hanging from his optic nerves, and then his eyes are pulled through into his skull, and his brain flops down on the floor, and then he drops with all his knowledge.
Excellent. And that is when
The real Gorlanc.
no, that's when Thror shows up, and
Through the door.
Alphonsus, the head of the family, the old man, shows up and goes, "What have you done? My daughter will die. Blossom is going to die."
She will not die because I have this, and I pull out my
Sickle.
garden sickle, and I say, "Help me find the natural item that will cure Blossom.
Ooh, it leads you out of this room into the laboratory.
I knew it. And?
He hasn't said he's left the room.
I leave the room. I follow the garden sickle.
I follow as well.
Goes over to a shelf and leads you to a specific vial among many.
Okay. I pick it up.
It's got kind of a pinkish color to it.
Can I read it, or it's not labeled?
It's not labeled.
Just give it to her. Don't worry about
I'm like,
mixing it.
have Blossom take this. It's elven magic that I use.
I still had
Give it to-
one
you go up,
fire Carnaman left.
You go up the stairs, and there is the unfortunate hobbit girl, too ill to leave her bed, thanks to Gorlanc's poison.
Blossom, we are here to help you. I am Ella Brimborn, and this is Lorith and Thror.
You can instantly
We're the
tell
company
she
of the
has
whiskey
been poisoned,
drinking.
is on the brink of death.
Pour it down her throat.
You must take this now with haste.
You pour it down her throat. She coughs a little. And then her eyes start to clear up a little bit.
Nice.
And she says, Daddy, there's an elf in my room.
I'll try and help heal the child as well.
Sure, make a healing roll.
I definitely will not sit on the shelf, even if she wants me to.
And I asked her father, are there any more guards? How many were here in this home?
There were 3 by the back door, and there were 2 downstairs.
Thror, did you find those 2?
I
Your travels?
slew 2 in the common room.
And we slew the other 3. So,
So I rolled an 18 heal check on the girl.
yeah.
No tingus.
How much did you do?
18, no tingus.
Okay. She is going to be on the mend. She's going to need to stay in bed for a few days, but you have saved her from a very horrible fate.
That was close.
Mr. Undertree, I hope you know that it was thanks to your watchful neighbors noticing something odd, that you had not issued invitations, that we were able to deduce that the evil sorcerer had come here.
Good hobbit sense.
If I were you, I would indeed invite all your neighbors in a few days when your daughter is well.
But my harvest is ruined. The sorcerer changed all my apples to where they are tasteless, and the great tree above has been turned into a kind of monster.
Well, usually when a sorcerer dies, their magic spells die with them. We'll go and see to that tree. We have found that tree as well. I'll go and check out the big tree.
And Mr. Alphonse, I would like to make a contract with you for maybe next season or whatever it takes to have cider at the Whiskey Drinking Bear in Sunsteep. May we have your cider on tap, and we will call it Blossom's Brew. How's that sound? It'll bring income to your family.
I can't argue with income.
Yeah, and it'll complete our we're continuing the world tour here. You know, like if you drink enough of the beers from around Middle Earth, all the different alcoholic beers from around the Earth, we're working on getting people capes as a reward for if you can handle all the things of Middle Earth, you'll get an elven cloak in quotes
Maybe just a good beer stein.
I can see this. There is a loud rapping at the front door.
Garrett, I went out to check on the tree.
You went out to check on
Yeah,
the
I said
tree?
that.
Then you see... I'm sorry. The tree is still in the same condition that's in, with writhing roots and looks unhealthy. But you see a man in a gray cloak and a pointed hat approaching down the main walk.
I can follow out and see if the sickle will give me a cure for the tree, too.
He looks like
It
Gorlanc.
looks like this hobbit's trees are not very wet. It could use a little help.
He says all his apples have been turned tasteless, and this tree has been turned into a monster. It actually warned Gorlanc that we were coming.
He takes his staff, strikes it onto the ground, and there is a great beam of light that shoots out of it that goes toward the tree. And the tree's branches shoot upwards, like they're folding upwards like an umbrella. And it lasts for like 10 seconds, and then the light fades, and the tree returns to normal.
Nice.
I pull down one of the apples and bite into it.
It's bitter. It can't really do anything for this harvest, I'm afraid.
Well, perhaps you'll put a good word on it for the next harvest. So they can make up the lack.
I believe I did.
Good.
But the other apples out there, they should be fine. And he provides a potion and says, add a drop of this to the roots of every tree and let the apples sit for another 24 hours and everything should be fine.
Okay. So we tell him that. So Gandalf, Gorlanc has been defeated.
Yes, I could tell.
Maybe we should get some honey from Bjorn so that we can sweeten up the bitter apples for this Mr. Undertree.
Well, that would be a very good idea.
It could make some delicious pastries with the flesh of the pie and with the honey to sweeten up and counter the bitterness.
So, what does the farmer say?
Farmer agrees, and you are privy, if you want to stay, to the biggest party of the in the Undertree family's gardens ever.
Yeah, I think I want to stay for a day or two and heal up a little.
Yeah.
I have 20
It's 3 days
damage.
before the party, so that you heal 6 of those up.
I was down to 6 hit points.
Oh.
Whoa, that's not good.
You heal up to 6.
Yeah.
And we will talk about the party and do a fellowship
You
phase.
say I get back 6?
When we return, you get back 6 as you are wait for the party. Everybody gets 6 back as the waiting for the party. And we will do the party and the fellowship phase next time.
Is it in Bree then, or?
It is your fellowship
Or wherever
phase
you want
can
to be.
wherever you want it to be. We'll do the party before you break off and go wherever you want.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
How long do I have to, Okay, so after all this damage is healed, then I get my wound done. Right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Just like an earth done.
I'm definitely going to chat up all the hobbits and tell them they need to explore like Bilbo and come down to the come down and visit us at the Whiskey Drinking Bear Tavern and Lodging. There's a Togo Maggots down there tending the place, and he'll give good hobbit attention to all their needs and desires for adventure.
Doing business. The guy's daughter is just coming out.
No. This is at the party. I'm going around chatting.
I know, but you did. It was like breathtaking.
Well, yeah. You got to get him while he's weak. Like why he's just get him to agree before he gets contracts with somebody else.
And the next game will be February 1st. And I'm not sure if I'm going to make it to Winter Fantasy after all, so we'll deal with that.
I think you will.
You think I will?
Yes.
Okay.
You just have to do the things that I've asked you to do.
I'll be at Winter Fantasy and see you guys there.
Yeah.
All
When
right.
is Winter Fantasy?
The week, first week of February.
So after this game.
The 5th.
Yeah.
Yeah. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th.
So we'll be putting off the Star Trek game then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Garrett?
Excellent. So thank you, everybody, for listening to the Friends from Mirkwood, Company of the Whiskey Drinking Bear, that completes our tour of the Bree source book. And have a wonderful time.
Same to you.
See everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at Padme's Lover. All right. And I post new songs every Friday on Twitter at Padme's Lover. Parodies of Dungeon Dragons type of things.